How are y'all dickheads doing? It is I, once again, Dick Record, coming to you live from the studio in New York City. I'm about to make a, I guess this is a Clasped wallet here on stream right now, or if you're watching on the YouTube, which by the way, if you are watching on the YouTube, please like, share, and subscribe, and more importantly, come over to twitch.tv/Dick Record. Link in the description where you catch streaming video games, leathercrafting, and other sort of nonsense every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from around 4 to around 8 Eastern Standard Time. But with that out of the way, yeah, so we're going to make one of these. I'm going to make it in purple. I've already pre-cut all the materials, right? They're here. I do have my pattern over here. This is a pattern that I devised because I want all my stuff to be stuff that I've designed, right? So, granted, this is a fairly common design for a wallet, but I wanted it to be to my specifications, right? We had the 3 card pockets here, the hidden pocket here. Well, it's not so hidden; it's very obvious. The hidden pocket here. It's the same thing, and then you have your bills pocket right here. And make sure that that's all on stream. I didn't finish the edges of this, which I like to do for all of my products because I like when there's a nice refined edge that's glossy and polished. So I will be doing that to this one later. But right now we have to do it. We have to assemble this one here on stream. So I showed you all the parts, right? There's the there's the 3 pockets for each side. There's the hidden pocket portion, and then there's the bill pocket, right? So let's start on this. Now, my pattern is kind of here. I've printed it all out on paper, which is then glued to some backing cardboard. 3 pockets. We just flip them for the other side. Yes, I know. They are cereal boxes. I get it. It's cool. Cereal boxes are fine. Whatever cardboard that you can use is fine. Cereal boxes are actually a great way to reuse that stuff instead of just sending them right to a landfill or to the recycling facility. So the first thing we want to do is actually put these pockets onto this middle portion, which then gets attached to this outer portion, which then gets all stitched together, right? We're going to be doing adhesive as well as stitching. So I got my thread here, right? It's a big old spool of thread. We have our stitching chisels. We're going to be using the 5mm on center. These I just bought off of Amazon. # not sponsored. In fact, you know what? Don't look at the name. Don't look at the name. Doesn't matter. These are diamond chisels, right? Essentially, the pattern, the shape is a diamond. And that's it. You know, they're not French chisels, which are like little slits. I've been looking into getting a set of those, but those are very pricey. So I pre-cut and pre-burnished these edges so that they look better. Hey, what's up, Feels? I pre-cut and pre-burnished these edges so that they look more betterer, I guess is the term, right? I did put them out of order, which is my mistake, but I believe that this is the correct order. Okay. Yeah. Alright. There's that. Okay. So each side will be like that. We'll move these aside for now. Why doesn't it feel like I haven't streamed in forever? I streamed on Sunday? I streamed on Sunday. There's my cop-out. No, I did stream on Sunday, but then I skipped Monday because Monday, you know, it's kind of like the cool-down period, I guess, followed by continuing with this weird-ass wallet, guys. It's not weird. It's not a clutch. This is a clasped wallet. I think I should redo the outside. I'm just like this piece of leather, which I messaged them about. It was like scratched in multiple parts, like legitimately cut, not like scratched. Sorry, because like scratches are normal. Oh my god. Hey, what's up, Wolfies? Let me get this properly there. I might not have. All right, so hold on. Let me do this from the other side. Actually, haha, get it underside. But using this ruler. Use this ruler. I have yet to list a bunch of product in the shop. I have yet to. I need to. I'm just like a little far behind. And let me get a better angle at this. You know, just making a wallet. Trying to vibe out, hang out, right? Not get too stressed over things. Let's see. Hold on, let me get a little bit more closer to this. So it's very important that we get these kind of where they need to be, right? So, I make very light marks there. We're gonna cover them up anyway, but I just need to indent where I'm gonna put these pockets. Okay. We do it on both sides. There's another way to do this, and I probably should follow it, where the leather overlaps a little bit so that I could clip it later, especially because I have a, not a clip, a proper blade for it. Let's see. This song is not what I thought it was. Hey, Dulcie. Alright, Feels, we'll be here. Let me skip to the next song. I'm not feeling this one, I'm sorry. More. Which song is this? Is this Polonia Wall? Yeah. Let's have a short rest. I only like the Persona 5 songs. I'm sorry. Well, there's one or two from, like, the other Persona games that I absolutely adore, but, like, I haven't played them yet, so I don't fully understand them. And the context, which is probably why I don't, like, love them. You know what I mean? And just following these lines that I've made over here. Hopefully they're deep enough that I could read them when I actually start to stitch. Whoops, can't see chat right now. Hold on. There we go. No, my hand. So there's actually a fisheye lens here. I have really tiny hands. Wait, hold on. Let me turn off the fisheye lens. Let me show you my hands without the fisheye lens. Hold on. Alright, I gotta put gloves on. I gotta put gloves on to show you guys my hands without the fisheye. Hold on. Look how tiny my hands are. Look how tiny they are. Here's a pen for scale. Wait, hold on. Here's a battery for scale. Let's turn the fisheye lens on. Here's a battery for scale. And look how small my hands are. Ignore the rest of that. Ignore the rest of that. Fuck, I screwed up the joke. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Oh my god. I haven't even I can't play platform fighters. I can't. They're too much for me. They're too frenetic and chaotic for me. So I can't. Whoops. All right. So is this this side? Yeah, I think. Did I screw this up? I did, didn't I? Oh, that's right. I can't use this for this. Oh, I'm so dumb. Okay, I know what happened here. This is from the original the original version of this wallet, right? This pattern. I know what I screwed up there. So there is this one side that's like slanted pockets, and these sides go straight across because this was the custom wallet that I made for my girlfriend. So her name is actually spelled out in the voids, between the pockets, which took me hours to figure out, and is probably never a thing that I'm gonna do for anyone ever again, unless I'm never mind. So yeah, I gotta recalculate that. We'll do one side. Fuck me. All right. With your friend's daughter. Wait, is she good at it? Is she good at it? I mean, sometimes these kids are like fucking amazing at video games, and it's just like, this is unfair, actually. How'd you get so good at video games, you little shit? You know? Then you have to bully them other ways. I'm kidding, don't bully kids. This is... You know. Just go like, well, I fucked your mom. No, don't teach them that either. Don't teach them that their mom's a whore. Alright, so we're just putting a little bit of adhesive on here. Gonna put that there to match where we made those little indentations. And we're gonna not get glue on my fingers so that I don't accidentally get it on anything else. Haha. Okay, perfect. Where's my tiny hammer? Really good lo-fi on YouTube? Sure, actually. Yeah, actually. That sounds like it'd be good. Because I, like, my attachment to the Persona series is only, like, 5, right? Oops. I get that on... Oh, it is on camera. Okay. So, for each of these pockets, we glue it down, and then... As the glue is setting, I could set up for the next thing, which is essentially each pocket corresponds to... Well, it has this line that has to be stitched down here, right? So I know that that's going to be from, like, roughly here to here. And, like, the length of it doesn't really matter so long as it takes up most of it, but doesn't, like, go too close to the edge. Because we don't really want it to be too close to the edge. The distance here is roughly 3/16 of an inch. And from there, we actually take my stitching chisels. Use the big one here. And we just pound these holes in there using my rubber mallet. Wait, shaking her ass. Wait, what happened? What the hell? Why is that? No, you can say that. You can totally... Whoops. I knocked over the prototype. This isn't the prototype. The prototype was the one I gave my girlfriend. You could totally say you fucked his mom. You can post it in chat, or you could DM it to me. Wait, let me catch up on chat. I do recommend playing Persona 5, Jake, but, like, it's so long. You have to, like, be ready. You know what I mean? I did a playthrough on stream, but I did, like, you know, voice all the characters and everything. Ah, there we go. Okay, so let me pause this. Let me open this up. Damn it. Okay, open link in new tab. Pause it. I have to actually set up my thing so that the music doesn't play. So hold on. Music from outside source. Lo-fi beat tape. Okay. Let me make sure that I double check that. Oh my god. Confirmed. Yeah, like, I mean, you can, if you don't want to do everything, which is kind of blasphemy. If you don't want to do everything in those games, it won't take forever, but who doesn't want to do everything? Like, the last time I played it on stream, and I was like, I'm going for the harem run. I want to see every one of those women pissed off at me at the end, except for Tai Takemi, because I have a type. Anyway, we're gonna punch holes here to along the line that we scribed in earlier with our wing divider. Right. Just a few light taps. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to put this on. Oh god, I've never touched an Atelier game, and I want to because that girl has nice thighs. What? Water type or fire type? Wait, which generation? Hey, Debus, how you doing? Which generation we talking about? My Caesars. And I have my my needles. I'm doing alright. Just, it's getting warm here. I don't know about over there. It's getting pretty warm here, so, like, I'm kind of like, ugh. Like, I don't want it to be warm here. So, for any stretch of, stitching, guys, what I typically do is I actually take an amount of thread equal to, like, roughly 4 times the length, right? Which is roughly this, right? But, because this is such a short thing, I actually want to take a little bit more. Thread's cheap. Don't be cheap with thread. I actually want to take a little bit more because it'll, if you get, like, too close to the end and, like, there's not a lot of thread left at the end, what happens is you find yourself sort of struggling to get the thread through the holes, and you want to be able to, like, easily pass it through. So more thread allows you to do that, whereas less thread is kind of like fade. especially because we lose part of the length from threading, right? But let's see. In Gen 1, I picked the Bulbasaur all the time, the grass type. Get back to your earlier question, Wolfies. I picked the grass type. You know, because 420 Blaze it. No, I'm kidding. I wanted an easier time with the first 2 bosses. So we thread this through there. Pass it through the thread. And we pass it through the thread again. Like this. And then we just pull it all the way through. And that creates a nice secure thread. And we just do it to the other side. Alright. We're using the John James needles. They're made in England. They're fantastic. They'll probably last me the rest of my life, and I have 25 of them. Highly recommend getting the John James needles if you're going to go into leather working. They're sturdy. They're made in England. I don't know if they have unions over there by Craftsman. I'll say that. And they're just kind of like top of the line stuff. This should be dry by now. And this is triggering that part of your brain. I've thought about it too. Like, I want to make techwear, actually. I have designs for techwear, like in the back of my brain. In one of my sketchbooks, actually. It's not here. I have a design for a pair of sneakers. I just need to find out where I can get the soles. And I know where I can get the leather. Obviously. We pull the thread all the way through. We want to make sure that it's taut and equidistant here. It's hard to show on this thing. But yeah, like, I want to make a pair of sneakers for my for myself in like a deep purple color. You know, and I want them to be like kind of like slim form factors. Like I don't know if you guys know what boxing sneakers look like. They're kind of flat. I guess I could do that with a leather sole, but it's kind of hard. So what we do here is we pull the thread through the hole. Right, since this is a diamond chisel, there'll be sort of a, you know, like 2 corners, 2 very pronounced corners. We pull the thread down to one corner so that it makes the other side of the thread, rather opening pretty large, and then you just press this through that opening. So that way, we get as few instances of going through the thread as possible, which is better for when you want to repair this in the future. You went non-horny in Persona? I can't imagine. I can't imagine. There's too many waifus in Persona. Don't go full cottagecore. Ugh. Oh, God, no. Heavens, no. I want like techwear, you know? I want that waterproof shit that still breathes. That his was pretty bad. His was like that Temu brand techwear, right? Where it's just like, oh yeah, I ordered this on the internet because it was $12 delivered to my door straight from China over 4 weeks. When it finally got through customs, I was so happy. And it's like, it looks like it's one of those things that looks like you get what you pay for. But also, what's funny is that I'm probably very likely wrong, and that was actually the something that a production designer or a costume designer was like very proud of way back in the day. Oh, non-horny with Atelier. I guess I could see that too, because like they're very like, they look like wholesome characters, right? But also, people call her Thyza for a reason, right? Like, oh god, wait, what is Guts theme? You're talking about the original anime, or like that weird CG anime from like a few years ago that people hated because it was CG, and so therefore they couldn't animate certain things, like how Kentaro Miura drew them. Rest in peace, Kentaro Miura. I'm 28, guys. I'm 28, and that's my story. That's the thing that you use. That's right. Is it particularly good for pixel art? Because like every time I try to do anything like outside of, well, usually when I want to do anything pixel art related, I just fire up like either Illustrator or Photoshop, depending on what I really want to do, right? Like if it's just like, oh, this, but like in 4 colors pixels, I will just like take it to Photoshop and like reduce the colors and then mosaic it, right? If I want to build my own, then I usually go to Illustrator and I just go like, copy and paste these fucking blocks, boyo. I think Lucy used to use Ace Sprite though. Some of you guys don't know Lucy, but some of y'all do, actually. It was designed for pixel art specifically. Ah. Welcome back, Feels Dry, and yes. How long have I been 28? Hey Gabby, how you doing? I don't want to say, but it's been, hey, what's up, Bellic? It's been 1 week since you looked at me. I'm sorry. Now that we finished the end of the stitch line, what I have to do is actually go back a few to reinforce and finish kind of the stitch line. So I just kind of like try not to break the thread or go through the thread, right? And I try to pass the thread over itself. And we do that like 2 or 3 times, holding it taut every time, right? Something about Bellic, are you gonna go into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu now? You just gotta be careful, right? Oh, and don't get Shabaz's partner. Shabaz's partner, like, I guess had it in for him or something. I don't know. It's on Steam. Wait, did you pay for it? Is it free? I know that there's a lot of like free stuff on Steam. I'm not the greatest leather crafter. I'm actually pretty bad at this. Just pass that through that hole right there. I'm actually pretty bad at this. I've been doing this for over a year now, and I still have not gotten any offers from Hermes asking me to come work for them. I'm kidding. That's a joke. I don't expect to ever work for Hermes. Although, what's funny about Hermes is that despite the fact that like all of their stuff is like super duper pricey, one of the people that designs what was it? Scarves for them. Those silk scarves is actually a postal employee. They just like send off their designs. It's kind of cool. I'm doing all right though. How are you doing? Grandma living in a village. That's not even true. I've seen videos of like when they start to like train those leather crafters and everything, and they all come from like all sorts of walks of life, right? You don't necessarily have to be an Italian grandmother in like the Sicilian countryside to get that kind of job. We finished the thread because it's waxed polycord with a little bit of fuego, right? We rub it in there, and then a little bit of flattening with my hammer. You asked this sweet dreams about this pastry. You dreamt about. Wait, did I tell you to dream about flan? I love flan. Or was it egg custard? It was. Well, flan's an egg custard. Ah, that was sweet of him though. Okay, so it is a thing that you pay for. I'm trying to remember to use this to hold my needles. I know it's just been here, but I keep forgetting to use it to hold my needles because like it just has that built-in purpose. I don't know, or at least try to remember to see if I can like do it without stabbing myself. This is technically a newer design, although I did give one away as a gift to my girlfriend. It's a wallet like this, right? It's got a clasp or a button snap rather. And it's got 1, 2, 3 pockets on each side, followed by this hidden inner pocket, and you have your bill pocket. Mm-hmm. I have to do some finish work on the edges, but this one's mostly complete. Although I'm not entirely sure I care for this right here. I did it knowing full well that was there, and I was like, it'll work itself out. And it's been like several months at this point, and it's still sort of there. And so the leather has failed me. I also don't like how glossy this piece of leather is. I know it's full grain and everything, but like it shouldn't be this glossy. I don't know. I guess it was a treatment, but it's from who I usually buy my leather from too, Spiciler, out in Turkey. And they produce pretty good leather. This stuff is pretty good too. Although it's not the same as the Italian leather that I get from Badalasi Carlo. Does it look like I'm gonna hurt myself? Some biscuits. Huh. What kind of biscuits? What flavor were they? S'more. Oh my god. I haven't had s'mores in such a long time. Hey, you had sweet dreams then. Ah. S'mores are nice. S'mores, they hit like multiple things at the same time, right? You got your chocolate, you got your fucking gooey marshmallow, and then you got that crisp graham cracker base. I love s'mores. I don't get to eat them very often though, because they're messy. And because I am also like, I'll just eat those and then be like, nah, I don't need dinner. I ate 17 s'mores. I don't want to do that to myself. At a certain point, you gotta pay attention to what you put in your bodies. You know what I mean? He said, knowing full well that he's probably just gonna like put like absolute trash in his body and punish it later. I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that. We do the next pocket in a similar way to the previous one, except since the first pocket's already there, we could just abut the new pocket down on top of it with some adhesive, right? Some leather cement. I bought like a big ass jug of leather cement. I have a massive jug of leather cement in my house now. I'm clearly doubling down on this shit. To explain. That's also true. It's just like, we're gonna do this around a fire. That's right. Fuck Reaper. I forgot to mention that like you should try because Reaper's got to like cook for a lot of people recently, and so I keep forgetting to mention that you should try doing like a cookout situation with the fam. Where did I put my mallet? Why did I put it there? Oh, I can always eat. So same thing. We use the wing divider to put the line there, the guideline. We just hammer this straight down into the guideline with the stitch tool. And now we have our holes for our next line. I also have to make sure that these don't fall, because I'd hate to like find them on the floor later. I'm just gonna guesstimate that we're gonna need about this much thread. Seemed about the same as last time. And here's my needles. Oh no. Yeah, this playlist is pretty good, Deucey. I know it's hump day, guys. You guys have any plans for the rest of the week? Threading this like we did the last one. Just the same way. There's a lot of repetition in leather work. So I guess part of doing leather crafts is getting used to doing the same thing several times in a row. Also making sure that you stretch, right? Properly hydrate. God damn it, come on. Come on. So there's like this old grandma thing that I picked up from my grandmother way back in the day, and I had to break myself of it. Where you just, if you can't get your thread through your needle, you just kind of like lick it. And like you know, if it's for stuff in the home or for yourself, that's okay. But like if it's for other people, like this could go to a client. You don't really want to do that, or at least I don't. I don't know. Is there not enough wax on here? Fuck, I hope there's enough wax on here. There we go. Ooh. Do you do like carpentry stuff, Jake? Or do you or is it just like, nah, gonna drive down to IKEA and get a bunch of Verhovens and what are the other ones? Crassel Grasslers. I don't know what these things are called. They have some funny names over there. I went to IKEA recently with my girlfriend, and I don't know why I didn't think to buy the shoe tray thing. Take a drink. I gotcha. Also, how you doing, Boris? A little bit of green tea, sponsor of today's program. Hey, Cyberlycan, how's it going, dude? I saw that you're not doing too many streams this week. I hope everything's okay. We need to see you beat... Let's see, you're on 5 now, right? I mean, like, if people want to buy the saliva, I guess I could always do the gamer girl bathwater thing and, like, open up a fucking GoFundMe or something. That's a joke. I'm not doing that. I think it's weird that anybody purchased that. But also, I mean... That was the culture back then, wasn't it? You made your nephew a toy chest. Oh, okay. That's actually kind of awesome. Feels Dry does woodwork as well, and I wish I had the space for it, right? Because I feel like there are things that I could design and make. I'd mostly start out in like CAD though, and be like, all right, so I want this to have these undulating surfaces, and then it'd be like one of those like, oh, this looks really good on Instagram, but also like, you have to charge how much for this? Well, it did take me over 170 hours, so if you multiply that by my hourly rate, all right, shut the fuck up. Sorry. But, you know, like there's some really nice furniture, like tables and chairs and like custom-made woodwork and everything that I see on like social media, and it's just like, oh god, I bet that's expensive, because like, all that planing doesn't just happen easily, you know? Even with regards to like tool maintenance, it's like kind of a lot of man hours. I need to get a sharpening stone, like a proper sharpening stone. And I don't look forward to it because that means that I have to learn how to sharpen my blades properly, because I do want them to be like super duper sharp for what I need to do with them. It's mostly just stripping leather. But goddamn, like the amount of time investment is going to be like, you know, about me in a bathtub. I'm sorry, Gabby. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. At least it's not a big bathtub full of saliva being pre-digested. While saying ooh woo, and trying to cross my eyes and do the I can't cross my eyes, so you're lucky. I'm trying to do the ahegao. The ahegao. I realized saying ahegao face is actually redundant because the gao part of ahegao is like face, right? Used to run a lumber mill. Oh shit. But now, yeah, that'll happen over time. Especially because like a lot of production. Also, let me know if the music's too loud, guys. A lot of production in the US is like, it's gone, right? Like it's not here. We don't produce a lot of goods in the US. And I'd love for that to change, but also like, I think people are just too addicted to like cheap goods from overseas, you know? Just woke up. Oh, Summer. Summer keeps telling me to go back to bed, and it's just like, I have to get up, hon. Alright, Furball, you can come with me. You can come watch me brush my teeth and poop. She comes in every time I go to the bathroom to poop. And she just like stands there and waits for me to like pet her, and I'm just like, alright, fine, I guess. You know? Because that's what the cat does. She just loves being petted while I'm on the crapper. I just pull that through there. Okay. Let me make sure I got everything. You hit 300. Oh shit, Shabazz! Dude, congratulations. Are you gonna do a celebration? I'll be perfectly honest. I did not celebrate like any of the milestones that people typically celebrate, because it's just like, it feels like a number. But if we get to 1,000, that might be worth celebrating. I'm hoping. I thought this last year too. I was hoping to be at 1,000 for the 2-year. Now we're gonna be at 3-year. And like, if it's still like the hope is just like, fuck it, we don't need it. At this point, it's just like, it's just a number. I mean, it's always been a number, but still. Pull that through there, pull that through there. Get an Arkansas saw whetstone. I don't even know how to use a whetstone though. That's the thing. Like, it's like I've seen people use it on videos, and it's just like, am I understanding this correctly? I have to soak it before I want to use it. Ain't nobody got time for that. Also, are you just advertising because you know the people who make and or sell them? So you have the equipment to make these things from... Wait, is it still okay to use? I guess it probably would be, right? Like, They don't make stuff like they used to anymore, you know? Like, that stuff is probably still good, actually. What am I saying? Where's my tiny hammer? Tiny hammer. You're gonna keep it usual? This last one is a whole ass pocket that goes all the way around. Do we really have the world's largest rice mill in Arkansas? Actually, wait. That does make sense though, because you mentioned that there's a lot of Vietnamese immigrants because of the Vietnam War, right? So it does sort of make sense that was like the need at the time. I was at a Vietnamese restaurant yesterday, and I didn't get a rice dish. I'm sorry, I got a banh mi. My girlfriend got the pho. Okay, so we're gonna put this last pocket down here. It's gonna butt against the previous pocket. Oop, oop. Press that into there. Perfect. So this one we don't stitch in just yet. We don't stitch this one in just yet. We actually have to do the other side. But it's good that it's there. Just let that sit. What? I've never watched Borat. No, I'm kidding. I recently watched Borat with Mirage. Recently is like a year ago at this point. We recently watched it, and it's just like, it's still kind of fucked up when you hear it. You know what I mean? Because it's like, so many of those jokes are just like, oh, ooh, you know? Let's see. All right, so we have to actually do this the other way around. Right? Yeah, these have to be high and those have to be low. I screwed this up. This needs to be reversed. I should have reprinted this, but whatever. Oh, and I should separate these from the needles. But my god. And then they made like a sequel and then a sequel series, and you could watch all of that on hashtag not sponsored Amazon Prime. The sequel's not as good. It doesn't land as hard. Because I don't think there's anybody in the world who doesn't know who fucking Borat is, right? I don't think there's anybody in the world who like looks at Borat and goes, I have no idea who the fuck this is. You know? Meme culture. It's just like, what was it? On SNL they had a skit where fucking Ryan Gosling and I thought it was Walter Goggins, but it's somebody else. They were playing Beavis and Butthead. And I'm like watching this and like, you know, Kenan Thompson's there going like, there's these two people that look like Beavis and Butthead, and I can't, and it's just like, I wouldn't be able to either. Holy shit. All right, so we have to be very careful here. We want to actually make sure we use these new marks. I'm gonna try to do this real quick here. And glue this one down. Yeah. Keep this there so that I have that as a reminder. You can actually sharpen saws if you use a triangle file. What? Like a big metal file, right? Water table since you flood every year. Oh, okay. That works out then. But there's no rice that's what's it called? Indigenous to the region, is there? I feel like North America wasn't a country where rice traditionally grew. This here. I use these two marks to denotate where this goes. Press that down. Cool. Where's my mute board? Oh god, it's so easy to fucking trick Giuliani. What a fucking... I hate to talk about politics on here, but my god, Giuliani is just a fucking laughing stock. I hope he knows that too. Like, I hope he knows that. He should have just disappeared after, you know, the whole 9/11 thing. After 9/11, he looked like a fucking superhero. He should have just disappeared. No, he still wanted to make an ass out of himself. I'm sorry. No more politics. No more politics, guys. I can't. I'll get super pissed. I hate politicians and I hate politics. Like, fucking, like, so I was at a funeral for a family friend on Monday. And, you know, like, there was just a bunch of people that were, like, way older than me. And they were, like, complaining about this politician, that politician. And I'm just like, you can't trust any of them. They're all fucking crooks. Not a single one of them has your goddamn best interest at heart, you know? Damn it, I said I would stop. Hi, Heather. Oh, give me a second. But yeah, got my thread. Let me go pick that up before the cat gets at it. Let me take that drink. Hold on. Oh no, it can't call it. I guess, wait. Is there a store called Riceland over there in Arkansas? Because you have all those rice patties? A little bit of green tea. Sponsor of today's programming. Oh man. I both half believe you and half do not, sir. I'm gonna say that right now. I half believe you and half do not. When I was in Japan, my girlfriend, or my ex, I guess. She's my ex now. But she was telling me that you don't have to wash the rice over there. She would pour it like directly from the bag into the cooker. And she would make it. And I was like, you don't have to wash it? And she's like, no. In fucking America, I fucking wash that shit until the water comes out clear. I don't give a shit. You guys wash your rice? I know that, like, you know, some people go like, oh yeah, the starch that's in there is where the flavor is. You don't want to wash all that shit off. But it's like, also, like, how do you make sure that you get all the you know, the insect species, right? Oh, but going back to the Borat thing, around the corner from my house there was this really cute this is before I was seeing my current girlfriend. This really cute cashier, and she was from where is he from again? Kazakhstan. And I told her at first, like, I thought she was Kyrgyz because she had like that look to her, that sort of like Eurasian look, and she's like, oh, I'm surprised you know about Kyrgyzstan. I was like, yeah, no, I know some people from there. And so, you know, we got to talking. She absolutely hates Borat. But like, you know, after years of or a few months of them decrying the people of Kazakhstan, like, you know, like saying like that movie terrible. I think the president of Kazakhstan ended up like gave a big he said to Sacha Baron Cohen he owes him a debt of gratitude because it increased tourism to the country like some thousands of %, you know, and like that's just crazy, you know. But you know, because it's just sort of like, oof. I need to wash rice. My fucking paranoia will get the best of me. Wait, so you still own the land that rice land is on? Oh, sorry, there was an ad. I'm sorry, I'm bad at keeping track of the fucking ads. I'm so terrible at this shit. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I used to, for those of you that are new to the leather crafting streams, and they're few and far between. I really should do more of them. I really should be working on my craft more. I should be making more product for the store, even though it doesn't particularly sell. Mainly because I just want to have it there, and I have all this fucking leather sitting around. I want to make iterations on the sketchbook cover that I've made. I want to make different, although I have different. I have to. So part of it is just like I need to recognize that it's not just products for myself; it's products for other people. So like I could make sketchbook cover that's like massive, but the thing is I have a massive sketchbook cover. It's in Jersey. It's made in the US. It was by Billy Kirk. Billy Kirk is like, they're a big company though. Like if I ever want to consider myself a competing force within the Leathercraft sphere, like I have to compete with Billy Kirk. All their stuff is done in the US. I believe they actually commission the Amish to make it, and then they get it from the Amish, which is kind of cool. But also, like looking at the stitch lines of some of their work, it's clear that they're using sewing machines, and I thought they couldn't use those, so I don't know what to think anymore. I have a pencil case by them actually here, and it's just like that line is done with a machine, you know, the Billy Kirk thing there. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, go back there. All right, we'll be here, Gabby. Oh yeah, it's very cold because the animal is dead. Oh god, that's a terrible joke. I'm sorry. Okay. Did you really? That's not bad. I think my girlfriend's texting me. Her day must finally be over. She went overseas for spring break because she wanted to finish her 30 by 30, and now it's officially done. But she's you know, obviously she wants to go to more countries. But she went to like I didn't say it before, now I can probably say it. Finland, I think Lithuania, Riga, and what was the other place? There were 4 countries. Motherfucker. I don't want to break the thread or split it. Well, you can't split the thread. The needles will pass through, but I don't want to like go through the thread because then it becomes harder. I did. Whoops. It becomes a little bit more difficult to repair later. Veg tan? No. Veg tan is God. Tan's one of those suffixes, right? It's one of those suffixes, or maybe that's just a weird romanization of chan, right? Veg chan. This is veg chan. I still have yet to figure out what to call the Leathercraft store if I ever make an Etsy store. Like Negatron, I don't know if he's still here, but he runs an Etsy store where he makes it's called Ghost Wood Customs, and he makes cosplay accessories. Like he does a lot of Mega Man and retro game style stuff, right? His stuff's really cool. His workshop is like massive. Like I'm very envious of his workshop. He's got all this space, you know. So it's like he's got like a whole ass garage full of like tools and equipment. He's got a 3D printer too. I was like, oh man, I want to get a 3D printer. I'm deathly afraid that the cat will knock it right the fuck over. Like I look at her, I'm just like, Summer, don't you even think about it. And she's like, think about what? Like, never mind. I don't want to put it in your head. Cats are nature's bandits. Wait, no, that's raccoons, right? What are cats? Also, Heather, I don't know if I asked you before. How you doing? Again, right into the to this thing. It's been holding pretty well. I actually have been thinking about remaking a cuff that I could use to more actively hold all of my tools. But then I'm worried that like if I have all of my stitching chisels like stuck in a cuff, I'll look like bootleg Wolverine. Just like bub. Don't forget to watch my new Deadpool movie, bub. Shit's wrong with me. I didn't watch the... No, wait. Did I watch the trailer? There were 2 trailers. I watched part of one in Bellic's channel. And then he had to like close that because it was just like he was like I just want to see the film, and it's like yeah. You know. Same thing. I think they recently released another trailer. Oh, you know what? I remember them playing Celine Dion. Yeah, I think I saw it. Shit, I don't remember what was in it though. Good. My brain's blocking it out. Still intend to watch the movie, so I hate watching trailers for movies that I intend to watch. You know? We're gonna use the cement to butt this up against there and hold it down. Press it right up against there. There was another thing that I wanted to play for you guys on stream. It was a soundtrack to a Japanese television drama, and I couldn't find it on YouTube. I have the CD someplace, but I don't know how it would like stream it without breaking some sort of international copyright law. Chisel. I mean, that makes sense. I know that a lot of people are kind of like really, really, really over the whole MCU shit. You know? Like, and I get it. Like, I think that at this point they've kind of overstayed their welcome. Just using this this guideline to inform where we're driving in these stitching chisels. Alright. Come on. Back to the needles, guys. Shabazz, I don't know if I said this, and I don't know if you've already done it, but please, if you have to read and run, please do so. Please put some fluids in yourself if you haven't already. Please go eat something if you need to. We will be here. I'll be making this wallet for quite a while, I think. You mean like in the previews? God, that is weird. Yeah, the past like what 10-ish years, every preview has got to be like at least one, if not two or three. Just like coming soon. Marvel Studios presents Howard the Duck, Silver Surfer, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 4. God. Daredevil Season 7. I didn't see Dune though. My girlfriend and I like knew that it was, you know, like we've heard that the Dune 2 was good, and it was just like, but we didn't see Dune 1, so it's just like I don't know if we're gonna be able to follow the story, right? Like it's gonna be like, why is it so dry? Why don't they just drink more water? They'll be less cranky. Jake, that actually sounds like a real movie. That actually sounds like a real movie. But I know it's not. When's the last time Meryl Streep was in a movie? Was it Knives Out? Was she in Knives Out? Fuck, this is gonna bother me. Hey, what's up, Ryan? How have you been doing, dude? Oh my god, don't tell me all of my lurks are over. Okay, alright. Meryl Streep. I remember seeing The Devil Wears Prada in theaters, movies. Sorry. No, in order, not just like what she's best known for. I saw The Devil Wears Prada in theaters. She's in a TV series called Only Murders in the Building. Extrapolations, Don't Look Up. Don't Look Up? Oh, I think PB forced us to hate watch that. Right? My girlfriend's texting me, I think. Her signature is she'll text me like 3 or 4 times in a row. It's a real movie? God. It sounds like something that they would be in. Because like, Tom Hanks just... I think he does like wacky things just because he can. Working out? Alright. It's... Uh-oh. Busy good or busy bad? Oof, pardon me. My girlfriend has this tendency to send me like 4 or 5 texts in a row. And I've asked her like, please don't do that. You know, because it's like I want one concise text, and she's like, all right. A day later, 4 or 5 texts in a row. It helps me to know that that's her. And here, well, I mean, PB's memory has gotten, I'm gonna say bad. Was it always this bad? It's gotten bad, but it's fine. I think he just wanted people to hate watch it with, right? And like that movie's way too fucking preachy. I'm sorry, like I get it. We have global climate change. I get it. But like the analogies in that, it's not even an analogy. It's just like, hey, the sky is fucking falling. Okay. Wakatemas. You know, like there's no such thing as a drygasm, sir. Actually, wait, no, there might be. Feels, what do you think? Is there a drygasm? Oh no. God, what was that thing that we did for a little while to play around with his memory? It was like kind of rude, but like it was just like, aw, BB, he doesn't remember why. You know what? Deepish, that's actually a really good analogy. He's a sweet lad, guys. He's a sweet lad. Gotta go to the morning ground. Okay. Oh, okay. So you finally get in the car registration. All right. Ooh. God, that's pretty hard to do. To go through, you know, after, you know. My aunt ended up getting like stuck with most of that with my grandfather, and she said like it was really hard, you know, to like go through that stuff because like everything just kind of, you know, every time you look at something, it's just like you'll have a memory of something, right? Like you see the shared night, it's like, oh, I remember he wore this when we all went to do this, or oh, this was his favorite the you know whatever this is, right? He used to use this all the time, or oh, I can't believe he still has these. I thought we told him to get rid of this. That's bad. Or you know, or it could be funny. You could find like an exorbitant amount of like old Playboys, right? And it'd be like, oh, yeah, I get it. God, I wonder if there's ever going to be a service if there isn't already. Like I've seen it in like comedy sketches, right, where it's like, oh yeah, we have this service for when you pass. These people come to your house and they get rid of like all of your like weird sex toys and your adult films. They wipe your browser history. I mean, like obviously, you know, homies wipe their friends' browsers histories, right? You know, but it was good that you drove though. You know, you allowed everyone else to kind of take, you know, like do that and not have to worry about getting themselves home and shit. I could never be a designated driver, mostly because I can't drive very well. That's when you gotta play, Jake. That's when you gotta play the audio clip. I am the president. Wait, hold on. Does it work here?
When the 5 weapons cross, the jet black soldier, Daya is born. I am the president.
Fucking kept it. You want your search history read? Why? Why would you want people to read? I went over. It's fine. Usually I don't go this far over. Oh. With the stitching. Mostly a time constraint thing. There's no reason to go over like 4 or more. Clip those short. Ooh. Do I have to sharpen these? Oh god, I mean like, so apparently that Neuralink chip works and it's helping that dude who's been what was he, quadriplegic for most of his life? You know, like do things and everything, but that shit just sounds fucking scary, you know? The thought of like the whole Neuralink shit. Like, unless I was in that dude's situation where it's just like, well, I mean, like the rest, you know, like I'm, you know, like this sucks already. Go for it, you know. Oh my god, that sounds. I don't want people poking around in my brain. Like the thought of brain surgery, terrifies me. Especially because, like, from what I understand, they keep you awake during, so that they can like make sure that they're operating on the right place, and so like. They ask you to maintain a conversation with them, and it's like, wait, but you're gonna be like sawing around in there? A little, you know, like we gotta get through the bone. Ah. Googled, oh my god. What to do if you have a stroke? I'll tell you one thing. I don't know what you would do if you have a stroke. What would you do? That sounds scary too. I don't want to think about mortality. I really don't, you know, but like not gonna be 28 forever, you know. Not to lie. What, really? Are we not supposed to lie down when we have strokes? Usually when I have a stroke I'd lie down. I'm kidding. That's a different kind of stroke. Kind of stroke, you know, different strokes to rule the world. It's an old sitcom. They put it on once when I was a kid, and I was like, "This is weird." You mean to tell me that that little kid is actually 70 years old? And call an ambulance, can't do much more. Don't like. Oh! So you don't want to lie down because it would put pressure, like I guess reverse blood flow to go back into your. I don't want to have a stroke, guys. Can I not have a stroke? All right. So this part's kind of, sort of, almost done. From this part, we actually put this down on here. We do a lot of fixing after the fact, right? I actually have to sand this before I attach this to that. But what was the order with which I do this? Because I know that I glue this all around now, and then I stitch that, and I stitch that. Okay, it's good to have a reference piece, guys. We glue all the way around here. Make sure that it doesn't lie down. Oh, okay. All right. Let me try to write this into my memory. I hope that's in there. For this part, we actually have to glue all the way around here, right? And we do 2 more lines of stitching. Now, I like to do very thin layers of glue because I don't want it to like spill out. I probably should get a one of those glue things. An experienced bloodletter? I don't think people do that anymore, right? I mean, I guess technically I could be a bloodletter if people don't mind me just stabbing them. I'm kidding. That's a joke. That is a joke. That is a joke. Do not just go stabbing people, ladies and gentlemen. Dickheads, do not go stabbing people. It's illegal. I think even consensually it's illegal. Right? It's like, you have my permission to stab me, and it's like, I don't think you can legally give that permission away. Right? Can you? I guess you can, like, if you could enter in a boxing match, you can stab. You can, I guess you could consent to get surgery too. I'm trying real hard not to spill this. I do want to, yeah, I think I got to get like one of those tiny applicators. I meant to order them too. There's a few little applicator things I need to order. Okay. Okay, so that's the bottom. Alright, so we're gonna put this down there. I got some glue on my finger. So I'm not gonna dig out the power tools for this, so I'm gonna actually do some hand sanding on stream, because there's parts of this that I do need to hand sand. And you'll see that in a moment, but let me make sure that we get this properly down here. And press that there. Press that through there. I just want it to be flat, essentially. The middle portion was kind of like curling, but that's just because I cut the thing in the hole in the center. And that sometimes just like makes the rest of it go like, ah. It's weird. Leather's weird sometimes, guys. Oh. I think that this is fine. Actually, let me put some weight on it. Alright, Ryan, we'll be here. I feel like you shouldn't work out so close to sleeping. Like, it's not good to work up your blood pressure like that. Boris, thank you. I just saw that. Bloodletters cut my... Usually just go to a barber for that, but that's right. The barber pole, the red, represents the blood. Knife play is not legal. At one point in like the recent past, people were actually doing using leeches again for something, and I forget what it was. Was it to... Oh, almost dropped that. Like it's back. This adhesive... You know what, I should hammer on the other side. This adhesive is actually rather quick setting. And I admit that I'm probably using the adhesive incorrectly, because I know you're supposed to like let it semi-dry and then press it together. But I like things to dry and cure together. Okay. Are they good at getting out infected? So I'm still scarred by that one scene in Stand By Me, right? Where the boys climb out of the lake after they were like, I forget if they were just fooling around or if they had to ford it for whatever reason. And then they realized they were covered in leeches, and so they slot them all off themselves and each other. And then like the last bit is just like, oh no, we have to check under our underwear. And so one of them is like, they're fine. The other one's like, I'm fine. And the third one finds one and faints. And I'm just like, I am never going into another natural body of water ever again. I found it scarring. Alright, so there's a few things we have to do here. One, I want a stitch line all the way up across the top. But I think before we even do that, do I remember how to do this properly? I think so. We use this thing. This is the thing that I need to learn how to sharpen better. I can hone it, right, using a bit of leather, but I need to properly sharpen it one of these days. I'm gonna be perfectly honest. I've been cheating and using one of those like those cheap sharpening tools. You know what I mean? For like what's it called? Other things, cutlery, right? But you do want to like kind of like learn to sharpen blades, I guess, in this industry. So we ever so slightly just drag that across. We just cut off these little itty bitty shreds, right? We have to be very careful doing this. It's probably actually very incorrect for me to just like eyeball this. I probably should be using a straight edge, but at the same time, YOLO. I'm kidding. Here we go. God, that makes me nervous. I don't know why I do things like this to like, because I know that this makes me fucking nervous, and I shouldn't do it this way because it makes me fucking nervous. The slightest miscalculation in cutting can ruin the piece, right? The slightest miscalculation could ruin the whole piece. Great for getting. Are they? Oh, that's right. I've heard about that. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about putting maggots on my tissue. Ugh, those things are disgusting. At least fucking leeches don't turn into flies like maggots do. Ugh, Christ. I guess today has reminded me of all the things that I hate today. No, I'm kidding. All right, so we're gonna sand a little bit. I'll sand right on here, actually. That way, hopefully we get rid of all that stuff there. And I use the more rough sandpaper. Why did I make that mark there? I don't know what's wrong with me. They inject an anticoagulant so that you don't stop bleeding? Oh. Ugh. God, I still hate them. I still hate them. You know what it is? It's because they're squirmy and worm-like. And they do remind me of maggots. Ugh. Oh, wait, let me get rid of... I probably should have shaped that, actually. Hold on. I know that for this part, usually when I'm doing this off stream, I use the power sander or the what's it called? I use a Dremel, right? Can't do that on stream. Too messy. Too messy. I thought this song was okay, Boomer. Okay. That's what I should have done. There we go. Alright. There. Is this even getting on stream? Okay. I pulled back the camera just a little bit from normal. Normally it's a lot closer. But I'm noticing that I'm getting much better angles. Alright. Alright, Cyberlycan. Take care, drive safe. Alright, I figure you gotta go pick up the kids, probably. Drive safe. And keep it cool over there, because I know it's pretty warm. I know it's pretty warm. God, it's gotta be warm over there. If it's warm here. It's like only 60 Fahrenheit, which I believe is, thank you, by the way, boys. I have to imagine it's got to be pretty warm over there. All right, so I usually like to sand over my trash can, but I can't do that and keep it on screen. So we're gonna sand here. Oop. Thankfully, this is all veg tan. I'm the worst at this, filming this, so you'll have to forgive me if I fuck it up and forget to show the work. I used to be a teacher too. I should be all like, fucking show your work, you little shit. Not that kind of teacher. I taught at a university, for those of you that don't know. They had me, I think they were trying to groom me to become an adjunct professor. I was just an adjunct CLT, which was a lab tech, but they had me lecturing, which was the weirdest thing, because it was lecturing for a class that I had just taken the previous semester as like an elective, because I had an extra semester and I wanted to graduate with everyone else that I knew, instead of like during the weird mid-semester or whatever, because they offer 2 graduations. They offer oh, that's getting warm. They offered the June graduation, and they offered the winter graduation. I'm like, I'm not graduating by my fucking self. So I took another semester. Like, fuck it. And yeah, I took an elective design course, and like literally the semester that they hired me, they attached me to the same professor that taught that design course, and they had me they labeled me the digital media consultant and said that I had to lecture on digital media presentation. And I was like, cool. What the fuck is that? It was basically teaching them how to better use all of the programs we had access to present their projects more dynamically, right? Like, here, this is how we're going to render video so that you can, like, you know, get used to editing video, which is actually a thing that I use now, right? Not thrilled about it, but I guess it all worked out in the long run. Okay. Okay. I think that's it, and that's a lot of leather flakes. I'm gonna have to vacuum after this. What time is it? You know, we're actually making pretty good time, all things considered. I've timed myself on the construction of this type of wallet, and I believe, let me look it up. I have a spreadsheet for my timings. Let's see, Square Class Wallet version 2.0, 5.5 without the edges. So I'm assuming it's going to take like 7-ish hours, maybe 6.5, to finish one of these wallets from beginning to end. That includes like cutting the leather, dressing the edges, and etc. So we're actually making pretty good time, because I think we're like maybe an hour and a half into this. Yeah, hour and a half, and technically like I think 20 minutes of that does not count very specifically. Usually when I stream myself doing Leathercraft, it's a lot more inefficient, and I consider the time that I spend streaming myself making something on stream to be like more or less like double time, right? Hey, welcome back, Abby. I consider it to be like more or less like twice as much, if that makes any sense. Did I sand the wrong side? No, I didn't. I'm gonna have to do this side too. I didn't do the right side! It's okay. It's okay. I didn't sand the correct side, but I edged the correct side. Or I shaved the correct side, I should say. Hope everything's going well over there. On positive note, shaving with this, I forget what this is called. I think it's called the Japanese blade, for lack of a better term. Usually when you shave with it, it's not your face, but the leather itself. It leaves the edge, the side pretty nice, actually. The problem is that, you know, like cutting off that maybe 1 to 2 millimeters of leather that you need to, because tolerances when you make things in leather are actually really small, and you have to be very careful and very aware of them. If that makes any sense. Hey, what's up, Mirage? How was the rest of your stream, dude? Did you beat the Sandland? The other day I was, what was I watching? I was watching a thing on Mother's Basement, actually, where Jeff Thu, I think his name is. I think, if I'm saying it correctly, he was complaining that, like, you know, Sandland is on, it's available to stream on, like, Disney, whatever, but they don't even make a single bit of effort to let people know, like, hey, so the late great Akira Toriyama's work Sandland is available here, right? They don't talk about it. Apparently he was saying, like, they didn't even, like, send out, like, a tweet about, like, how, you know, like, rest in peace, Toriyama, because that shit sucks, bro. Okay. I did not get a chance to see any of the gameplay, I'm sorry. I caught, like, a bit of the beginning. I was like, why are they all fucking weird monster men? I wanted to see that shit, too. I fucking voted and everything. Shit, god, fuck, poop. Then I was like, you know what it is? I blame this on setting up for a Leathercraft stream, because at 2 p.m. here, I was like, which is, you know, like, you usually start, in my time zone, it's like 1:30, roughly. So at 2 p.m. I was like, you know, I feel like doing a Leathercraft stream. Let me do a Leathercraft stream. And so from then on, I was just like, let me start setting up now, because I'm gonna drag my feet if I don't, and then I'm gonna hate myself, and then change my mind. You know, reviewers are biased. You can't listen to them, and games journalism is a fuck. You know. Like, as much as people, like, trust games journalism, and I'm not like pro, like, any of those weird anti-games journalism movements, but, like, you know, I've been saying for years, you need to make your own, form your own opinions on whether or not you're gonna like something, you know. And if you play a 7 out of 10 game and you enjoy it, then who gives a shit what they said? You know, if you enjoy that 6 out of 10 game, then who gives a shit what they fucking say? Hey, what's up, John? I mean, the game looked beautiful, right? Like, it looked like it, like you were saying, it looks like it really captures Toriyama's style. No, you shouldn't watch that guy. He's probably wearing a diaper and making big poo-poos in his pants right now as we speak. I'm not, but he is. I don't like to talk shit about other Leathercrafters. I'm kidding. I don't. Actually, I've met a few Leathercrafters through streaming. I was talking with this Leathercrafter, Sins by Sadie. She does fetish wear. And she was saying, like, oh, actually, like, doing, because I was kind of afraid of getting into, what was it called? Engraving? No, it's not called that. Tooling. Leather tooling. But I like all the stuff that I've seen in it, so I've been curious. But, like, I was afraid that it was like, it's like, oh, I gotta buy like thousands of dollars in these stamps and tools and everything. And she's like, no, you basically just need like these like 4 things, and probably get them on Amazon for like $12. And I was like, huh. Still haven't bought them, but it's just like, you know. I also met Xenia Croft through there. Through Leathercrafting. Actually, I met her through the Friendo Year Endo, because she also won for Leathercraft streaming or hobby streaming of the year. So that's pretty cool. She does a lot of cosplay accessories, and she cosplays a lot, you know. In fact, her Leathercraft streams are like a kind of like a cosplay thing, right? Like she puts on like medieval gear, like, you know, and then like cosplays as a Leathercrafter from the time period making stuff. But she's also a really cool cosplayer. Like, her stuff looks amazing, and I think it's also because like she just like makes her own pouches and leather accessories. This hold on, that's not that. What grit is this? Hold on. I have a sheet right here. It's 320. Sorry. You shaved off your gray beard? Why? Why? This is 320. I don't have a piece that says it's here, do I? The package says it's 320. Here, 320. I mean, like, games journalism, here's the thing about games journalism, and the reason why, like, it's both, like, something that we shouldn't give a shit about, but also, like, why trust it? It's because, like, if you want games journalism to be, like, okay, you're gonna need to, like, hire people that may or may not actually play video games. You know what I mean? Because you want people that actually know how to write an article. The problem with that is that if they don't play video games, sometimes people get all up in arms and like, they don't play video games, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. It's like, yeah, they don't, but this is a job, so fucking lay off. But also, if they don't know what they're talking about, then who gives a shit? Don't listen to them. Why do we even care? Why are we even reading articles about reviews of shit? Everyone knows what they're gonna play already. You know? Like, when Elden Ring came out, I was just like, cool, I know I'm gonna get it. I get it. Sure. I'll get it eventually. Whatever. I don't care. You could say whatever the fuck you want. It's probably a very good game. It's from the studio that brought us Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne, and etc. Still one game of the year, right? I mean, like, there was never going to be bad press for that game regardless, but still. But, you know, people need to just be like, I'm going to take my own. Oh, God, feels. You feel like you were playing a manga? Oh. Was there a lot of reading then? No, it's fully voice acted. Let me catch up on chat. Hold on. Oh, God. The Elden Ring DLC is coming out in June. I'm looking forward to it, but it's like fucking $40 goddamn dollars, so I'm not looking forward to that. That's like the price of a new game, but Miyazaki's like, oh, it's about the size of Limgrave, and Limgrave's pretty big, so I don't know. Probably still gonna end up getting it eventually, just not right away. Actually. But yeah, like, the thing about that, I guess, right, my suggestion of just, like, make your own opinion is that, like, you might not be able to if you don't have time to, right? Especially with games being as long as they are. The whole thing with Dark Souls and Demon Souls, well, Demon Souls, really, when that first came out, is that, like, people didn't know it was good because they spent so much time in the character creator that no one really got a good first impression of the game. They would spend all their demo time in the character creator and then be like, oh, I don't know what this game's about. And it got to the point where, like, I think the CEO of Sony, or the president of Sony at the time, was like, this game's shit. Only to later on go back and be like, oh, this is one of our best fucking games ever. Oh god, they're still releasing expansions for 15? Wait, what did they say about Dark Souls 2? Alright, so now that this top border is actually, like, pretty flat, I'm going to stitch it all the way around. But we're gonna make lines for all the other stitch lines because it's a very specific reason. I'll show you when we get there. We're gonna scribe a line along here using our wing divider. I'm gonna go down here along the side. We're gonna end up having to stitch out or pop all these holes eventually anyway, so it's good to have them now. Let's actually bring that all the way down there. Okay. Is this on? It is. Okay, perfect. I usually don't film this well. I guess pulling the camera back really does help. Okay. So now, I want this thing. I'm actually gonna make an indentation at that cross. Or rather, not the cross, but at the intersection of these two lines, we're gonna make an indentation, but we're not gonna actually push through. We just want to know where that is. Then at the next hole, that's when we start to punch. Alright, so... Where's my mute board? And we're actually going to do the same thing on the other side, and there's a very specific reason why we're doing this. And that's for, like, probably in an hour? Maybe not even. Maybe more? Okay. So we do want that gap there, though. It's so hard. Oh, God. Oopsie. I should put this away, actually. Put away this thing. I should sharpen it before I put it away. Whoop. I mean, the game was hard, right? But that's not a reason to keep going on about how hard it is. I remember fucking the first Dark Souls. I was like basically lost. Is this a good spot for that? Hold on. These are my 6s, right? This is probably better. We'll use the 6 here. Actually, let's use this 6. That way we can punch from here to here. I'm changing up the... Actually, no, I shouldn't do that, because then it'll look different. It'll look weird. Because I don't want to, like, make holes too close to the edge of these, because then that could lead to a stress issue in the future. I guess if I do that... Well, where are these right now? I guess that's very close to there anyway. Maybe I could do smaller. Oh shit. My alt battery died. Okay. I have nothing to plug this into. Hold on. That's too bright. Is that bright enough? Okay. There we go. Well, part of it is that, like, Miyazaki just wanted games that were essentially what? Unknowable? Like, he wanted there to be like this discovery aspect to it, right? And he got it, but like at the same time it's like And maybe he wanted them to also be like like Nintendo hard, you know what I mean? Metal Gear Solid? What? I don't know if I would call Metal Gear Solid a difficult series, right? Oh, these are too small. This is the 4mm on center, and that's like so narrow. That's too small. Okay, let's just stick with the 5. Although this spacing is actually really good here. Maybe I will just use the 6. First of all, let me get these 4s out of here entirely. Let's just use these. I like the spacing here better. Where's my mallet? Okay. Okay. Demon's Souls, I've never played a Demon's Souls, I'm sorry. Like, you know, it's locked to the PlayStation 3. And I guess Sony wants to keep it that way. Cuz I don't think they're going to release it on what's it called? PC. I really don't. I don't especially not after what Microsoft's been doing these past couple of years with they're buying all the studios that are relevant, or trying to, at least. Okay. Changing the stitching ever so slightly there, so that, oh, that didn't end up the way that I thought it was going to. Whatever. That'll be fine later. My power bank fell into the trash. Yeah, they can be. And like there's a reason why people still refer to Nintendo hard, right? Let's see. This goes here. Okay, cool. And I think we put one right in the middle there. Where are you? Right, and then it's gonna look mostly equidistant. Why do I have this still out? Oh, that's right, I was using it. Get back in there. Okay, so we have this done. Yeah. Oh, they went for like the shot-for-shot remake on the PS5 version too, which is like insane. But I don't think they're gonna port it to PC. You know, I don't think that they're gonna do it. I think they're gonna try to hold on to it because of the whole thing with like, and they were fighting with Microsoft over that whole like, stop buying game studios, leave some game studios for the rest of us. 4 times the length of this plus a little bit more. Don't be cheap with the thread, guys. And we're gonna stitch that thing up top. I don't need my hammer, or my mallet rather. There were so many gimmick bosses also in Demon's Souls. Again, haven't played it, but... Oh, my needles are here. Whoops. I haven't played Demon's Souls, but like there were... I think one of the main criticisms is that there's too many gimmick bosses, right? And I remember, since I've only played prior... since the closest I played to Demon's Souls was Dark Souls, the first one. The one gimmick boss in Dark Souls was more than enough. That was one too many. The Bed of Chaos, I think it was. That's just a stupid boss fight. It's essentially like, oh, did you touch all 3 things? No, well, try it again. Did you touch all 3 things again? No, try it again, right? Like the Dragon God, I've seen the Dragon God boss in Demon's Souls, and it's just like you have to like touch these 2 things and then push a button before it kills you. Like that's a dumb boss design, you know? That's like ridiculously stupid. And I say this as a ridiculously stupid man. Thread this needle. But I don't, like, it'd be nice, but they haven't done it for Bloodborne. And, you know, the community, the Bloodborne community and the Soulsborne community is clamoring for that thing to be released on PC with like 40 or the 60 FPS and everything, and they're not doing it. Like, I know that they're not going to. I think that they think that they're better off like keeping it locked onto a system so that people can buy the system and then buy the game. Fucking, it's so dumb. Yeah, exactly. Like it's silly, but like it is what it is now. That's where we are. All right, so I think it'll be easier if I stitch. It won't be easy regardless because we have to do it along this edge, right? Usually I use my stitching pony for this type of work. Right? This is a new thing. It's a stitching pony. It holds the it would allow me to basically hold this between here as if I was using sort of like a third arm type deal, right? And then I just stitch all the way down. But I can't here, so because it's not going to film very well. So we're just going to do this. I'm going to do it on stream, or rather on camera, to the best of my knowledge. But this is usually where stitching gets rough for me. I think you can still play it on PS5 deepish, but like it's not good, right? Like there's no upgrade to it. You know what I mean? Let's see. If I put this through here, the other side, I guess that's fine. Regardless, this is gonna be a pain. All right, so we pull that all the way through there, right? Taut all the way there. Like, you know, but, and I think that for them and their beam counters, it's fine. But for the rest of us, it's just like, can we get the 60 FPS now? And there are mods for it that are out there, and like, you know, so it's done, it's doable. It's just nobody Sony's not going to do that. I think that there was a concern that the only reason why they don't want to is because it might involve a renegotiation of a contract between From Software and Sony. I've heard that that might be the concern, right? And if that were to happen, then that means that they might have to, like, Sony would have to possibly shell out more money for this agreement. Because From Software, like, it's a proven game now. From Software could legitimately and reasonably so ask for more money per sale, or, you know, like a bigger cut. And I don't think Sony wants to give that up. Yeah, we're all just gonna have to remember Bloodborne as it was. I guess it still is, because it's never gonna fucking change. I remember when I first played that game, I thought it was beautiful. Now it's just like, why are all these textures so flat? It looks gross. And I know it's like supposed to look a little like plain and everything. That game world is so nice. It's like so pretty. And they did so much research and it shows. Like there's a lot of love in that game, right? Miyazaki, since he wasn't working on Dark Souls 2, went out with the team to, like, what was it? Someplace in Europe, and they were like, oh man, look at all these fucking steeples and shit. I have some water. Hey! Is that a new emote, Shabazz? Looks pretty cool, dude. I finally concocted another emote. I just have to make it. I finally concocted another one. I have to make it. And it's a catchphrase that I keep forgetting to fucking say on the channel. I hate myself. Much like my ex, I hate myself. Curious if my exes hate me. Not enough to actually ask them. I don't need to open up that fucking can of worms. Okay. No, it's not. It's Dickin time, right? Dickadon, Dickadactyl, Dicceratops, Dickertooth Tiger. Whoops, Tiger. Tyrannodicust. And then start playing the theme song from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. No, it's supposed to be get wrecked. Get it? Get wrecked. Haha. I'm a genius. Oh, we got an ad. I'm sorry. Just gonna stitch. I'm gonna continue to stitch. Stitching is disinteresting. I'm gonna say that. Hey, welcome back, everybody. Sorry about the ad. I try to have as few ads as possible, although, after having spoken briefly with Brinth about it, I don't know if I'm supposed to run just like 3 minutes of ads and then just like kind of like use that for like a 3-minute break every hour to then like take care of stuff because of how Twitch runs pre-rolls. And I don't think I understood it until I actually like spoke with him and then read up on it. Fucking pre-roll ads. I hate that shit. We can't have new people here without seeing an ad immediately. I don't want people to see an ad immediately when they get here. You know, like we get a raid and then suddenly it's like, oh, you guys are looking at an ad, aren't you? Cool. And I slowly sob to myself, like I'm cracking wise to just 2 people. All these people just joined us, but they can't look at me emasculate myself. Because that's like the majority of the humor here. It's just me going like, well, I guess I'm just another one of life's failures. I could have said The Devil's Rejects, but that's a movie that I've never seen. Oh, I should move this. I could accidentally like scrape the front side, and I don't want to do that. Whoop. because scraping the front side could change how it ages, right, and ruin the top grain. Well, not ruin it, but I don't want to accidentally make it discolored, right? Ah, Christ, caught in the corner. It's so weird. Let me play around with the color. This is actually supposed to be like a much warmer color. It looks really kind of gross. Hold on. Configure video. That's making it worse. Cancel. Configure video. Hue? Is it hue? It's kind of more like that. White balance. I play with the white balance. Oh, yeah. Backlight composition. No. Gain. It's not the gain. I really can't change this, can I? Not to where it needs to be. Cancel. I give up. Cancel. It just looked weird. I'm sorry. I'm like looking at it and it's just like, ooh, why does that look like that? Like this is a much livelier piece of leather than this, and it looks kind of like zombie gray on my OBS. I gotta play with that some more. I've been considering just using my cell phone or an alternate cell phone that's not connected to the to a net. Well, it has to be connected to a network, but as a webcam, because like sometimes this webcam and you know, like it was only I think $20 something. Sometimes it's just like does not do it for me, right? Like the focus is kind of weird sometimes. Colors are a little weird, and I want this to show off. Like I want this to show up good for you guys. You know what I mean? I don't recognize this song. Oh, these are like remixes. Never mind. What am I talking about? I have to remake this strap for my girlfriend's purse. That I made the purse, but I have to remake part of the strap. And I'm not looking forward to it because every time I look at it, I was just like, why? This is supposed to link up and match up and everything, and it doesn't. Fuck. And like I'm a little annoyed that it didn't. But I guess like it wouldn't have mattered if I didn't have to cut it. If that makes sense. It looks cream color to you. Okay. I guess that's kind of okay. It's more like a flesh color. Like it's not so white in my hands. I guess that's kind of all right. I don't know. Like it's a flesh color. I'm working with veg tan for this part right now, so it's supposed to be more like, you know, like lighter skin tone, but not pale, if that makes sense. Definitely not zombie gray. Like it's, I don't know, maybe I need to get my eyes checked. Maybe I'm staring at screens too much, guys. Okay, so after we do this side, I'm actually going to what's it called? What is the term? Burnish the edge, which is a fun process where it does involve a little bit of light sanding, but actually does it? I guess it doesn't have to. But we're gonna burnish the edge so that it has a nice sheen to it, a nice glossy finish. It's gonna have a nice rounded finish as well. Lego, there you go. Because this is gonna be one of the lips for the opening to the bill compartment of this wallet. Right, and that's why we're stitching this down on this side. The other three sides, 1, 2, and 3, well, 1 and 2, and then 3 and 4, all get attached directly to the inside of this, which creates the bill pocket, right? But we stitch this part first, because one, we want to finish this edge first. Prior to streaming today, actually, I burnished and painted this edge, so it's got a nice glossy black finish on here. I probably should hit it with another layer of Tokonol and burnish it a little bit more before I actually finish that up. Because I like when my projects have nice clean edges, nice finished edges, if that makes sense. I want it to be like a hallmark of the product that I produce, you know? I have been doing this for over a year, and I do, like, I've always had an idea of like what the brand and the product represents, right? It's just I've made it too much work for myself. I know it. But also, like, I find it enjoyable to work with my hands. I wish that we had like more manufacturing jobs in the US, you know what I mean? It feels like they're all gone, right? One of the things that I enjoyed about being in South Korea was you could buy so many products that just said made in Korea. Like, they were making stuff there for people to use. Japan too, you know, like you could buy inexpensive dishware and everything, and it was just like, this is made here. It's like, oh, huh. But in the US, that shit's gone, you know? NAFTA kind of ruined it. And that sucks. Sounds like we're about to drop a diss track. I do. I'm very good with my hands. Giggity? Giggity? Giggity. I'm saying the giggities. Haha. I have to do so many shoutouts when we finally take a break. Whoops. Not that I'm putting it off, it's just I'm kind of in a groove, I'm sorry. That happens though. This does sound like we're about to damn it, Mirage. This does sound like we're about to drop a diss track. Oh yeah. That one was an easy one, right? Like, that one was an easy one. I just had to make sure that the proportions were okay, right? It's not as long as the Supreme logo, which I'm not a big fan of, but the sides, I believe, were correct in terms of the amount of, I guess, empty space next to the letters, if that makes any sense. It took me way longer than it looks, because I keep going back and forth, like, is that right? Is that right? Is that right? Let me make sure that this is alright. This is fine. This is fine. There's I mean, you know, it's mostly parody logos here. I need to make a fucking portfolio of all the stupid parody shit that I've made for this channel. I do. I need to finish the portfolio for all my leather work. Right? We got to the end, so we're going to go back a few stitches. Because you know what they say, snitches get stitches. It depends. Like, I mean, like, sometimes it's real easy, right? And sometimes it's like, oh, fuck me. I'm very glad that you got someone to do that, though, because, like, holy shit, like, that's, you know, I mean, like, it's not easy. It wasn't easy, and, like, in my brain, I was like, that's, ugh. It looks good, though. Cammy did a great job. But holy shit, man. Like, some of the logos are actually really easy, and then some of them are just like, like, I don't know if I want to undertake that anymore. There's one that I did for Like a Dragon, and I continuously use it for like every Yakuza game, right? And for that one, I actually had to recreate the letters because those letters aren't a font. So I was like, all right, I have to make the letters in the Like a Dragon font, but it's only like a few like I can trace the other ones or copy them over, right? For the Persona Royal one, I had to remake an entire letter. I actually partially streamed that too. Okay, so we're done there. Where's my lighter? Let's light them up, baby. Melt that a little bit, press that in. Melt that a little bit, press that in, and perfect. Shapes and vector, and then God. Yeah, like, I know that there are multiple ways to do it, right? And I think that was probably like one of the better ways. I mean, you know my take on the whole thing, and it was just like, oh my god, I couldn't. I didn't even want it. I ended up like not, and then I never ended up fucking finishing Dragon Quest. Never fucking finished Dragon Quest. That game needs to be shorter. I'm sorry, and a little bit easier. I'm looking for this. This is my beveler. I'm gonna whoop. Hone the edge a little bit. There are people that finish Dragon Quest, sir. They're just not named Dick. Yes. Usually with vectors, you basically they become. So vectors are essentially they're mathematical formulas that determine the path of the lines that they're forming in two-dimensional space. And you could also make them in three-dimensional space if you're working in a 3D program, right? Right now we're just beveling these edges. There we go. There we go. If you're working in a 3D program, you can do 3D vector, right? And then from 3D vector, you can actually make your 3D surfaces using, again, they all end up being mathematical formulas. But yes, once you have your vectors kind of like assembled, which is what I typically do in Illustrator, everything's vectors. Like the text is all vectors, right? And then from there, you can do whatever you kind of want to, right? Hey, what's up, Clangsmith 2? Yeah, Beta was just like, here's a bunch of songs. I was like, fuck right out of here, you son of a... I'm kidding. I was a little kind of upset that he did that, but it was very sweet of him. But also, I don't want people to spend money. There's so much free dick out there. Why would you spend money on dick? It sounds weird. How have you been, by the way, Clang? There we go. Hammered that smoothie. Clip Studio Paint. I don't think I've ever worked with that program, but I do need to find a new program other than Illustrator. Well, I'd like to find other programs other than Illustrator, although Illustrator's just like, it's so easy, and like, it does everything that I need it to do. Right? That it's hard for me to like not want to just use Illustrator. Plus, it's kind of like an industry standard. But Cami also is like she knows what she's doing. You know what I mean? Like she's an incredible graphic designer. She's probably way better at it than I am, actually. Like it probably takes her way less time to do the things that it takes me to do half the shit, right? Alright. I'm gonna sand that a little bit, actually. I hate sanding in my room, but sometimes I have to. I like that I gouged this right here. Sandpaper. Yes. There's tons of free dick out there, if you know where to look. That sounds terrible, I'm sorry. Ever looked at Affinity Suite? No. I've never even heard of Affinity Suite. I'm sorry. Krita. Yes, I think I have Krita, actually. There's so if you guys, a few of you are in the Discord. The Discord's not fully public yet because I don't trust myself. If you want to be added to the Discord, I'll just send you a DM. But in the Discord under content creator resources, there's a thing like a kind of like not a spreadsheet but a infographic going like these are things that you can get that are like better than Adobe programs, and they're mostly free. You know. Because at this point, realistically, Adobe, they run their ship like a bunch of fucking jerk butts. I'm going to say jerk butts. You know, I'm sorry I had to use such strong language around you all. But jerk butts, stupid heads. All right? I'm sorry. It just had to be said. What a bunch of jerky butt, stupid butt face heads. The logo was the first time she did any Oh! Pff. Shit, I thought she was the one who did all your other logos. Isn't free, but you can buy perpetual licenses instead of... yeah. I hate that they're like trying to get... And a lot of the program, a lot of the software makers are trying to get people to do subscriptions. Like Microsoft is... Uh-oh. Did this music end? Might have. Everybody that I was lurking in raided, so let me set up some lurky loos. Oh my god. One of the homies is actually doing leather crafting also with homies. What is this? Video pause, continue watching. No, it's a new video. I don't want that. Here. I'll go back to that. Oh, close this Meryl Streep tab. Affinity Suite. That's right. I meant to open a tab for that. Affinity Suite versus Adobe. Okay. Oh, you know, if instead of Photoshop, there's like this really great website called photop.com, and it's just Photoshop in a browser, and it works fantastically. At least for me, it does everything that I would want to do. Right? It's called Photop. I've even opened it on my phone. Okay. That's pretty good. Yeah. Oh, like, even if it's just, like, a yearly subscription. Like, my girlfriend keeps telling me she wants to get a gym subscription. I'm like, you better go. Because you don't want to, like, end up signing up and then, like, not going and then paying them perpetually. You know what I mean? Like, so you better make sure that you go. If you subscribe to it, if you get a gym subscription, you better friggin' go, okay? Don't just, like, you know, I don't want to, like, talk her out of doing it. But it's just like, you better make sure you go, because otherwise, like, they don't care. They don't care. They're not going to remind you, like, hey, do you want to remain subscribed? They'll just be like, cool, thanks for money. They don't even say anything. Right now we're applying Tokenol to the edge. This is a... it's a material from Japan that I love for using on the edge of most leathers to burnish the edge, to seal it, and it protects it too. So it's kind of like, it's a combination of a few things that I don't fully know what's in there. Mostly because since it's non-toxic and non-flammable, there's no MSDS worksheet on it, material safety data sheet on it. So I couldn't tell you what's in there. It smells nice and floral, which is nice. I've seen videos where people try to test it against like glue. Glue is not nearly as good. Like, this is not sticky at all. It just sort of like works in there and kind of creates like this nice little protective barrier there. Yeah, Photop is real good, Mirage. Googling Photop. Yes. That's the one. Jake has it correctly. Photop. He's gonna find a lot of photography of pea. Green peas, you know? But yeah, Photop is great. I use it whenever because it's just a browser window, and I already have like 70 tabs open anyway. I had a problem. Oh man. So, a hashtag not sponsored, but yeah. Yeah, I think I use my Prime too much too. Although, Ryan, you were telling me that like it's super duper, like not super duper inexpensive, but like it's like they're still trying to break into your market, and so like they're not charging as much as they do other areas for the Amazon Prime, which is I think pretty good, right? Like hashtag not sponsored. I use Amazon Prime so much. Again, hashtag not sponsored. I probably shouldn't. It's not good for like local economies because it does muscle out smaller stores. But also, like I, like many people, I'm on like a fixed budget, so you know. And plus, if I can get something like shipped to me the next day, and it's like I don't have to carry this from the store, like cool. Like if I order kitty litter, they'll bring it to my house, right? And I don't have to go to the market, carry it from the market. I hate that I'm such a lazy slob, but like kitty litter is also very heavy. And it's not even about the price anymore. It's just like, why is this shit so fucking heavy? You know, it's like, oh yeah, that's right, it's clay. It's like legitimately just clay. Alright. So that's done. I don't know how well that's showing on the camera. In fact, it's not, but it's got like a nice glossy edge there. Nice and round. Very happy with how that came out, actually. So, call that good. Next part is, we're going to push some stitching holes all the way around here. Should I go to the bathroom? What time is it? 6:45? Let me do the stitching holes real quick. He says real quick, knowing full well that it won't be real quick. How many do I do? Hold on. Where's my thing? I don't remember how long I make this, actually. I should have made a notation here. I'm using my other one as a thing to figure this out. All right, so I guess we'll do to there. One side at a time. So essentially what happens here is, all right, so this, at this corner, right, this intersection, and this is like actually a few things at the same time. And I remember the first time I did this type of construction for a wallet, I was fucking terrified. Because I didn't trust myself to match this to that. So hold on. Can I? It's almost there. Alright, so let's do this to there, and then we'll get that last one. Alright. There we go. Okay. So this part kinda sucks. I have to essentially match this to this, right? And I didn't draw the lines here, so let me do that real quick. And I like to do them roughly the same time so that I can have it fresh in my mind as to when we're doing that. Pull that there. Are they more expensive than stuff locally for you? I guess that could happen, right? Like I'm not doubting that. For me, I mean, like I'm a New Yorker, you know, so like there's certainly supply issue, or not supply issues, cost issues here, I believe, right? It should be roughly the same size. Yes, perfect. Okay, so I should be able to just punch. All right, where's my stitching chisel? We want to have the same amount of holes going all the way down here. And this should match up with that perfectly. Should. Should. Starting to lose some range. Oh, God. I remember the first time that fucking happened to me. It was actually after I started taking creatine. Like, I found myself not able to, like, wash my back as well without using a fucking scrubby thing, right? My entire life, I'd been able to, like, reach into, like, the middle of my back, more or less. And when they got, like, I think it was the lats, when they were large enough, I was just like, fuck it. Motherfuck. I think that was the majority of my woes. Was just not being able to clean my back without a scrubby thing. A stick. You know, not a stick. It's like a brush. Fuck. Okay, there we go. Alright, so we're going to take this down to... I'm actually use the wallet again. Where are you? Where did I put you? Oh god. I remember so it was a few years ago. I was on a date with this woman I met on, I think it was like OkCupid or something. I'm gonna take it down to here. So however many, like roughly here. Mark that with a pokey poke, a Pokemon. No. And I was out on a date with this woman, and this dude was like walking in front of us, and his lats were so fucking wide. I was just like, Jesus Christ. How the fuck did they get that? Like I couldn't like look away, you know? It was just like, why are they they were like ham hocks. They were so fucking big, and I was just like, can you... Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Uh-oh, that last one got a little twisted, didn't it? Okay, we're gonna work through it. Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait, it did make it right there. Okay, so we're gonna keep going down here until we get to that mark, or close to it. Okay. That seems perfect. Okay. Yeah, because then that'll pass right between those two, and that'll be great, actually. Okay. We might need a smaller chisel for this one. I don't want to go over... Yeah, so we just want 3 here. And that's perfect. Like, I can't imagine that dude takes, like, regular showers. He probably has, like, to pressure wash that. You know? Hey, Lincoln, how you doing? Nearing a year Hey, pretty good, dude. How do you feel after a year? Lincoln, how is everything? Having... like, Do you stop people and be like, hey, can you flex a little bit? Can you, like, give me some of that, give me some of that. do the thing? Can you do the crab? Do the crab? I'm kidding. Can you, like, stop people and be like, can you... How's everything going, Lincoln? It's been a while. Reaper was asking about you. I told her that your allergies were kicking your ass, which is the last thing I remember you telling me. Because allergy season fucking sucks. I hope it's getting better, though. Are you taking anything for them? Let's just punch through here. We're going to try to match these stitches on this piece with the ones that are over here. Where did I put my mallet? Ah. Just do what I do, Lincoln. Put them up for adoption. I'm kidding. I don't have kids. I don't have kids. I'd be a terrible father. Be like, why don't you kids fucking know 14 languages? When I was your age, I had to know 14 languages in the snow. And we liked it. Can you imagine? Just outright fucking gaslighting them. Would I gaslight my kids if I had them? That's a good question. And then one more. Would I gaslight my kids if I had them? If you don't eat these vegetables, I'm gonna get cancer and die. Oh my god. Can you imagine? That'd be a good... Would that be a good technique to raise kids? Probably not. Cat related. Do you have a cat? Are you allergic to cats? Summer, this is your fault. I'm gonna tell Summer they were her fault. Gaslight the cat. No, Summer wouldn't believe me anyway. She'd be like, that's his fault. Summer is a bit of a... What's the term? Bad? She's a bad cat. Oh. She didn't like that. Alright, so we put this here, and that's not even on camera. Alright, so we're going from the corner. Guideline, intersection. Wait, hold on. Do I want to lower that a little bit? No, that's fine. Oh, of course. Ah. Oh, that's right. Did she tell me she had a black cat too? No. No. Well, that's the thing. You can't... I don't think you can get rid of it. Like, it's family at this point. Died there, healed one. I mean, at that point, you just start to live in a tent outside, no? You're like, yeah, I can stay over, but like, I can't sleep in the house with the cat. Also, do you want to go out like tonight instead of being home? Just, can your Wi-Fi reach the yard? No. Let's see, from that to there. I think that's perfect because then one more gets this. Oh. Sorry, I'm mathing out the punch holes here. This is the 5, right? Yeah, it is. Okay. One time I screwed up and I accidentally punched with a 5 what I should have used the 6 for. I was very cross with myself. Do this. That might be too close. Alright, let's do this here. And then I'll put something between. Dark brown. Summer's technically dark brown, but she looks like it depends on how the light hits her fur. But she typically identifies as like being 100% a pain in the ass, actually. No, she does basically read as a black cat. But like, so most hair is like that though. Let me take this off. This is actually getting warm. I'm actually gonna... I feel like I should take off this shirt too. You're allergic to pollen? Ah, that sucks. My girlfriend was telling me she is allergic to... And this is gonna sound real bad. I didn't realize it was this bad. She told me she's allergic to most of the trees in New York City, as well as watermelon, mango, and most shellfish, like shrimp. And I was just like, oh, just pack it in. Just pack it in now. Sorry, hun. You know, like most shellfish, shrimp, lobster. What else? She's allergic to roaches because they're related. So, I mean, that's a good allergy to have, actually. Fuck roaches. I hate them. I'll take this from this corner, and then I'm going to put a punch between them, equidistant. Cut most of the carbs, and you weren't suffering as much. Oh. I wonder if... I would actually double check that with the... Yeah, you get this seasonal too. I'm like so glad that I don't currently have any like allergies that I know about. Yeah. Oh, you know what the worst one is? She's allergic to mango. Bruh. Guys, I can't. I don't know what I would do if I was allergic to mango. Mango is delicious, but I can't fucking have it around her. Yeah. Mango. It's a whole class of plant. So technically mango And then the related tree nuts, like pistachios and cashews, she's allergic to because it's all the same family. Yeah, no, I don't know how. You know, it's just like, you poor thing. I guess I'll try to make things better, but no promises, baby. Right? Just like, oh, that sucks so much. All right, so we're gonna take it to here. And then I believe one more out there puts it at the same length of stitching there. Yeah. Okay. So this is the same length as that. We're gonna have to put a punch between these two using the single punch. Oh, I'm pointing at something that's not on screen. Put a punch between these two using the single punch. And while I do that, I'm actually going to make sure I match it to this side. So in addition to that, I'm going to actually, hold on, where are you? Do these first, and do these. One, two. I love when I get to punch through like a single layer of leather. I just get to smack it. Hacking and whacking and smacking. Hack, whack, chomping that meat. Hey everybody, did the news get around about a guy named Butcher Pete? There we go. Alright, so that's done there. And we're gonna match these up here to that. More or less. We're just gonna do the same number of punches along this side. And if everything's correct. Right! Fucking! I keep cashews by me all the time. They're a fantastic source of protein, and good fats, and other things like oils. Fucking like, I couldn't. She's not like deathly allergic. Otherwise, I would have gotten rid of that shit. She's not deathly allergic, but like, it makes her. She tested. She did an allergy test, and that was one of the things. So, like, for the most part, she avoids these things, but. Fucking hell, man. Like, I told her, like, and she said, like, oh, I'll eat cashews too. It's just, it was like, oh, her sister's allergic to corn. I don't understand that one. Corn. Ugh. You need to buy some cashews. Oh, pistachio? Oh, I love pistachio ice cream. They don't sell it at my local Aldi. Hashtag not sponsored. So I don't typically. Wait, do they? The other day I wanted a fucking milkshake too. I was like, man, I saw somebody with a milkshake. It was like, I haven't had one of those in fucking a decade. Cock, fuck. You know, like, I was just kind of like annoyed with myself. No, young people eat cashews too. It's not just the elders that eat cashews. Yeah, she's allergic to corn. It sucks. Like, it doesn't matter to her though, because she'll still like. There's this thing that they like to eat called cowboy caviar, and it's like this salsa that has corn in it, and she still eats it. She still eats corn chips and everything, so just like, I guess it's a mild allergy is what I'm getting at. All right, so this, we're gonna go equidistant here, more or less. We're eyeballing. You guys like to eyeball? Very easy because it's only one punch, so we put a lot of force on that one little thing, that one little tap. Same thing here. I could probably just push this by hand, actually. Yeah. You could just do that by hand. Alright. The other side's, this leather's a little bit more stout because it's veg tan. It's a little stiffer. God. No. No. Oh my god. No. Can you imagine? I don't think that there's any... No. I don't want to look it up. I don't think that you can be allergic to, like, that, right? But I know that there are people that are allergic to what's that shit called? Water. There's such a thing as a water allergy, and that sounds terrifying. All right, so there's one more thing that I have to do here, right? And it is, if this looks a little bare in the middle, that's because, right under the pocket, that's because it is. I actually do typically do a separate stitch down there. Do I use the force? I think I use the force for this. I just eyeball it and I just put it through. And it's mainly so that everything looks like it kind of goes together. And then I stitch that by itself separately. You're mostly made of nut. Is a rare allergic reaction. Oh, that sounds terrible. Ryan, that sounds fucking terrible. Can you imagine? We don't have to match this to here because we don't stitch this down here. This actually has to be, so if you'll notice that this outer thing has to be a little bit bigger than this, so that when this is stitched together end on end, this can actually fold flat, but also, have room to like open, right? There's one more thing that I actually do have to do to this, and I almost completely forgot. It's like sitting right here too. I need to punch a hole in this. This is where the buttons go. All right, so there's a few things I want to do here. I'm gonna take care of this right here. We're gonna need this. We're gonna need some nettles. The second episode. What's the second episode? Fuck, what was it? A coworker of mine, former coworker rather, had that same thing happen when he talked all of his family members into going to watch the remake of Oldboy. Because if you've seen original Oldboy, apparently they don't change the ending, so there's that. What's the matter, Summer? My cat's here. Don't try to bite my face. Wait, what? Wait, so there's precedent for this shit? The one where they're, oh god, yeah, and then, oh, I've seen that one. And then the main character, he gets cucked by the porn industry, right? He gets cuckolded by the adult film industry when the woman that he loves gets talked into doing adult films. There's cuckolding in every fucking episode. I saw an episode with Anthony Mackie where he ends up like having sex with his friend through a Street Fighter VR. And so his wife gets cuckolded. Every episode, somebody's cuckolded by something else. What the fuck is this show? They should just call it Cuckold Mirror. Your partner can put it in whoever they fucking want to, apparently. Right? That was a weird one, because it's just like, It's like, you're sleeping with your homie? That's, alright, I guess. And fucking, what's it? In the Street Fighter episode, the woman is portrayed by Palm Clementif, who is the lady who plays Mantis in the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. And it's just like, god damn it, I remember that face. She cute. This is, what is she doing? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, so that song I was singing earlier was by the Cranberries. It's called Zombie. I missed the Cranberries. You know, they were, I guess they were called alternative rock back in the day. The lead singer, Dallas O'Riordan, passed away a few years back. Very young, too. I think she was in her, like, 40s or something. Like, late 40s, early 50s. which is a shame. She was a fantastically talented singer, and all of their songs were like amazing. It's getting late. Yeah, it is kind of getting late for you, dude. Shabazz, you have sweet dreams, okay? Otherwise, I'm going to be very, very cross with you. And we're going to make you watch the pig episode of Black Mirror again. Alright? Charlie Brown music? What? No. No, they sang about social issues that they had in their native Ireland a lot. Like Zombies about people being too attached to their old rivalries. Right. Let's see. There's another song called Salvation, and it's about how the heroin epidemic was a huge problem there, and they wanted people to fucking stop doing heroin. You know? Which is... Yeah, guys, don't do heroin. That shit's... I've never done heroin, but I've heard it's too good. I've heard it's too good. So yeah, Shabazz, you have sweet dreams, preferably not of politicians fucking pigs. Please don't have those. I know that I'm saying this very close to when you're about to go to sleep, but please do not dream of that. All right, please do not dream of that. Please dream of I don't know, man. Jammy Dodgers. There we go. Doctor Who used to like Jammy Dodgers. You know, I'm noticing. I probably gotta strip that off. Actually, where is it? Jammy friggin' Dodgers. You're already not. Please don't be an alcoholic. Oh no, that's bad. That's like pretty bad. Well, not pretty bad. I don't recommend being addicted to that because like alcohol is just like, ugh. It's, you know what the problem with alcohol is? You can get it anywhere, right? Anywhere, literally anywhere. It's too easy to get. So if you become an alcoholic, there's just like no stopping you, right? Please don't become an alcoholic. Please do not get addicted to any substance that you can't control. Okay? Okay? Guys? Moderation is key. I think at one point I was like addicted to the internet. I mean, nowadays it's considered a basic human right, but I think at one point in the past, like I couldn't just like... It might have been because I was addicted to fucking MapleStory. Stupid ass fucking game. Fucking hate MapleStory now. Just very bitter. You can get... That's right, you can! Ugh! Dude. Alright, so hold on. Let me make sure I got this right. This is the punch. So this is the stitch. Okay. You can just get it from a fucking vending machine there. Holy shit, I forgot about that. No, you can't be addicted to the internet because it's a basic human right. God damn it. It's not allowed. Not allowed. Alright, so we poke those there, right? And those are the guidelines for that, which we're going to stitch the thing onto there. But over here, we make a mark, and we punch a hole through there. And I put the... Which button was this? Oh shit. I gotta put that in now. I'll be right back. I gotta get my buttons. But yeah, it's a basic human right according to the UN. So you can't be addicted to a basic human right. Or maybe you can. I don't know. You probably can. Why haven't I played farming sims? I don't like farming. I don't want to know how the sausage is made. I'm kidding. That's not the reason. Did this get moved? No, it didn't. Okay. What is this then? Why is it not right here? Oh, I'll be right back. Farming. You know, I also can't play games that are too relaxing. I pass out. Let's see. We're gonna need one of these, one of these, one of these, one of these, and we're gonna need these. Come here. We need the anvil? It's called an anvil. I know it's very small. And I take it you're a huge fan of farming sims, huh? Probably need this and this. I should devise this so that I can use the other thing. How big is this? It's probably the 3.5, right? 3.5. I'm surprised I didn't make a note on here. Hold on. Did I not make a note? 3.5. I did make a note. Okay. But yeah, I can't play anything that's too relaxing because I will pass out. Even if a game is like not that relaxing. I can't play it because I will pass out. I'm sorry. Alright, so punching a hole there. Okay. There we go. Put this here. Installing buttons is a weird and interesting thing. Because everything basically has to be flared out to fit the thing that you're shoving it into, if that makes sense. Is it 8? Shit. A little after 8. Whatever, we're doing it anyway. Here's my hammer. Come here. No, don't fall. Oh my god. Harvest Moon, that's one of those, like, yeah, I tried playing Harvest Moon for the Super Nintendo, and that was like, I think I tried it for like 2 minutes. Too sleep-inducing. I'm sorry. Like, if that's your jam, that's cool. It's not, I can't. I cannot. Put this in here for a little bit. I want to bend this a little bit back so that it doesn't catch when you put anything in there. Okay, cool. So that's there. That's set. So that this side can like attach and then come off pretty easily. Very cool. All right, that's perfect. Whole Steam sale for just farming sims. You know what? They're probably just trying to compete with one another. The Humble Bundle versus the Steam sale, because like they're both acting as storefronts here, right? I heard about Rune Factory. A friend of mine's pretty big on Rune Factory. I haven't played a Rune Factory. Or Harvest Moon. I'm not Harvest Moon. Or Stardew for that matter. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that I just have not played. Whoops. Oh. You know? Do I install this now? Let me install this now. It'll be easier. This is also a 3.5, I believe. Yeah. Why did I put that away? I didn't put that away. Where did I put it then? It's right in front of me. Hi, Summer. Cat's back. She is here to yell at me. Persona? I've played Persona, but that's not a farming sim. Haha. Where is it? Wait, is it a farming sim? No, it's not. You trying to trick me? Are you trying to trick me? No. That game doesn't put me to sleep, if that's what you're asking. Although... So, I played through all of Persona 5. I did twice. I played it on the original version. I played the original version, and then I played the Royal. The Royal on stream. The Royal playthrough took me, what, 190 hours? It was a long playthrough, and the reason why was because I insisted on doing all these voices. Oh, I remember what I have to do here. Whoops. This has to be so this is kind of like a big thing here, right? And I have to actually try to punch through partway with the biggest punch on here so that there's space. I remember this. I remember hating this too. I have to like essentially make sure I don't punch all the way through. And I think I still like cut around it a little bit. I should have done this off stream. Okay. But yeah, that was 5. And oh shit, whoops. That was 5. I really enjoy 5 though. I enjoy the weird wacko people that are in it. Okay, so we're gonna take this thing again. Put that there. And then this is gonna be kind of hard because I have to flare this. So the way that this works is you have to flare the post in here in order to get this to hold. I have yet to play 4. I have yet to play 4. 4 though looks very good. I just haven't made time for it because I'm a dummy. I also haven't bought it. Let's see. That should be about good. You just have to flare out enough so that it doesn't come out. And we'll test it later. Oh, and I should try to... Oh, it's too late. It's already set. Never mind. There we go. Okay, perfect. Hey, what's up, Susie? How you doing? I mean, like, yeah. With regards to Persona 5, I told my ex at the time, like, oh, I'm just going through a high school simulator so that I know what it's like for you when you were in high school, and I can have those school days. Haha. And she was like, okay. She's probably like, my fucking boyfriend's a fucking weirdo. I mean, she's not wrong. She wouldn't have been wrong. Let's see. So this is actually kind of hard because I do typically just punch that like that because we're matching up these holes with these holes, right? That's why there's like 2 like this that go sideways. And I forget how I did it last time. I think what I did was I just like poked these this through all the way to the other side, and then I just tried to use that as a guide. Right, so if that's there, and this is here. Oh god. Can I do this? And I can kind of make out the other ones. It's a lot of shit to do. And then those 2 have to be kind of punched individually, which means that I need something else. I need some more balls. Did I visit the Sakuma Dam? No, I didn't visit any dams. My ex though lived in what was, it's technically called Chiba, but like obviously like that's kind of like not very, I don't know how to say it. It's not close enough. It's like right outside Tokyo is Chiba, but apparently Chiba's bigger than I think it is because my dumb ass did not know. I did not know that Chiba was like that big. You know, I was like, oh, we're gonna go to Chiba, right? We should go here. And it's like, that's like 2 hours away. I was like, what the fuck? Whoops. Okay, so hold on. Oh, whoops. I stabbed my board. Okay, so hold on. This part's not fun. I don't know why I didn't do this ahead of time. I should have just did this ahead of time. Okay. Maybe I should just start stitching through there. Is this piece for my girlfriend? No, I already made her a wallet. Actually, wait, hold on. I do have an Instagram for the channel. Instagram facebook.com/dickrecord. It's the Dick Record, I think. Right. Hold on. Did I post it here? I did. Here's the one that I made for her. Hold on. Oh yeah, I didn't go to the Disney. Wait, no. I went to the Disney for like a few minutes because that's where I took the... Was it the bus? I took the bus to Disney. To then meet her, and she picked me up from there. That's what I did. And this is the wallet that I made her. It's the same style of wallet, but the interior pockets are customized to spell out her name, which was more proof of concept than anything. Have I been to the Disney? There's no Disneyland in New York. We don't have a Disneyland here. There used to be a Disney store. I can't. It's not the same though. It's just a store. You know what I mean? There's a Disney in Florida that I've been to, and there's a Disney in... What do I call my needles? My cat's like, "What are you doing, jerk ass?" I'm sorry, that wasn't meant for you. Theme parks in New York? No. Not that I know of. Actually, that's not true. There's a Legoland in New York that's terrible. There's a Legoland in New York that's terrible. There's probably something else upstate. For the most part, the theme parks that we kind of have, like the amusement parks, rather, are more in New Jersey, which is an adjacent state. I remember a couple years ago, a friend, Jake, actually was streaming a movie in our private Discord. Not the Dick Record Discord. It was another friend. It was like a Discord between friends, and fucking he was playing that Johnny Knoxville movie about this this theme park or amusement park in Jersey, and as I was watching it, all these memories came back to me because I was like, holy shit, I've been there. I remember that shit. And then I realized, like, oh my god, I've been to this park. I'm surprised I'm not dead. Maybe that was my parents' attempt to kill me. She uses it, but she told me she didn't take it with her to... What was it called? She went overseas. She said it was a little bit too bulky, so she didn't take it overseas. And I'm like, that's fine. I wouldn't want her to lose it either. There's also a few pages down. There's like most of my leather work on there, right? You need to sleep 8 to bank all the gains. All right, Ryan, you have a good night. Okay, have sweet dreams of Oh god, what's that thing? That thing with the cheese. Not grilled cheese. It's like a Turkish cheese dessert. Knafe. Yeah, knefe? Nafe? Yeah, I have sweet dreams of that shit. I've always wanted to eat that stuff. It looks delicious. I probably would like ruin my fucking gastrointestinal tract though. Yeah. That stuff looks delicious, but again, bubble guts. I would just be like, after I eat one of those, I'd be like, huh. It'd be a wet one too. It'd be so messy. Hey, have sweet dreams. I'm supposed to do the thing. So right here, we're actually gonna scratch a little bit. It's to rough out the leather, or to rough up the leather rather. Here, and then we're gonna do it here, so that we can use some cement. Aioli. Wait, aioli with grilled cheese? Actually, no, that makes sense. I'm sorry. Because I was thinking to myself, like, wait a minute. But then also, whenever I make grilled cheese, I usually use, what's it called? To grease the pan, specifically for the grilled cheese. We're going to use these two stitch needles rather to pop right through this stitch hole. And we're going to use them to pull all the way through. Whoops. And that should get that there, which means if we can get this lined up, yep, then we know where this stitch hole and this stitch hole have to be, and that's perfect. That's all that matters here. Man, now I want Nafta. That's too deep. That's too deep. That's what she said. That's too deep. Okay. Alright. Oh god, I can barely see these fucking stitch holes here. Okay. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. None of them have... Wait, were they Turkish donor places? Fuck. Also, how could they not have bakla fucking... That's the most frustrating thing I think I've ever learned about Japan. I remember one time I was feeling like a little nostalgic for home, and so I had one of those chicken and rice gyros from one of those stands, and it was just like, this isn't as good. And my friend from Japan, not my ex, who, like, you know, I met because she was studying in New York. We were at university together. She was like, yeah, it's not the same. I was like, this sucks. I hate it. I hate it. I mean, I still like it here, but I hate this shit. So... Oh yeah, so I use mayonnaise, which is aioli adjacent to kind of I put it on the bread, and then I fry the bread on one side with the mayonnaise. It's probably gonna kill me. It's probably gonna kill me. Goosey told me it's a very southern thing to do, and it's like, ah, ace, that's why I do it. No, it tastes great. It tastes great. I've never made my own aioli though. I've only had prepared aioli. Prepared aioli? How did I do it there? Oh my god. Alright. I fucked this up, kind of. I did it differently there. It's fine. You know what I'll do? I'll just seal this off by making it even. How about that? Okay, so between these two, we're going to have that there. Alright, so have that there, which means we put these two punches between there. You know, I think they would like baklava in Japan. I'm surprised that they don't have it. You coat the bread. Yes. Yes, that's the only correct way to do it, guys. If you're not doing it like that, are you even living? It is just fancy. Okay. I remember the first fucking time I saw it on a menu, I was just like, what the fuck is aioli? I didn't say it like that, but I was like, what's aioli? It's just like, oh god. I remember being at a restaurant once, and they said like, oh yeah, this is served with rocket. And I was like, the fuck is rocket? Apparently rocket's what they call arugula in, like, England. Oh god. Is my accent coming out too much? That's what they call us arugulas in England. Yeah, they call arugula rocket in England. And I'm just like, fuck right out of here with that fucking term. It's just say arugula. Just say arugula. Just say it. They have halal guys over in LA? Holy shit. Dude, so the halal guys in New York changed. It used to be way better, right? I don't know if you ever had it when it was lamb. They switched to beef. Yeah, rocket, like yeah, rocket. They call it rocket. Oh, do you not like arugula? I like arugula. I'm a big arugula fan. I like the bitter pepperiness of it. It does kind of look like a weed, though. It doesn't look like something you should put in your mouth. But that's what we say about a lot of things, and then people do it anyway. Okay, put that through there. Yeah, spinach is more, it's more, I guess, gentle. Also very high in iron, which I like. I can't get at my local Aldi. They don't have just straight up arugula, which is what I would prefer. It's an arugula spinach mixture. I guess it probably sells better for them, but man, I would prefer just give me that spicy kick, baby. Yeah. Yeah, so they got rid of lamb, and so it's just beef. And every time they tell me it's beef, I'm just like, I guess, and then I eat it, and it's just bland. It's so bland. We do have Trader Joe's. It's just too far for me. The closest Trader Joe's is like probably a 40-minute train ride, and I'm just like, fuck that noise. Not going that far. Although my girlfriend had me going with her on like a fucking wild goose chase to every Trader Joe's that we would pass by or were anywhere near because she wanted one of those small bags. You know, the tote bag? I'm just like, we're not gonna fucking... Fine. Fine, I'll go. I don't give a shit. I'm annoyed. No reason to be annoyed over this. It's just a fucking bag. She never found one. She never fucking found one. Of course she didn't. And it's just like, the fucking fad's over anyway. What are you gonna do with it? Eh. But yeah, the closest Trader Joe's to me is like fucking 30, 40 minutes away. I'd rather not like travel that far for groceries. Wait, hold on. Let me bend this away. What's the matter, furball? Okay. This is the outer shell. It's mostly done. I think we could do the last little bit, and then I can call the stream. I know I've been on longer than I usually plan to be when I do these things. I feel like I should end, but I also just want to like finish this. You know what I mean? Put that there. Okay, so remember what I said earlier about how we measure this out. This is good for like these kinds of lengths, right? So do it to that, to the middle, and then finish. This can't be 4 times, right? I think I screwed that up. Hold on. So this to this, and that's 1. Double that's 2. Double that is 3, and then a little more. And that's where we get our length. Actually, let me double that then, so I can get both sides, because we do this twice. To be honest though, when I was in Japan, like for the most part, I just wanted to put only Japanese food in my mouth. I remember I was traveling there with an ex though, not the same ex, different ex. And we went with some of her high school friends, which I don't know if I can call my high school friends, even though we went to the same high school, but we were different years. I think I was like 2 or 3 years before her, or before them rather. And you know, like one of them was just like, we found this place that just, I don't know, it was weird. They had like Chinese stir fry, and she was just like really glad to have Chinese stir fry. She's like, I think I needed that after all these days of like Japanese food. And I was like, all right, shit. Maybe she was missing home. Donor G. Even though it's the same city as your college, it's, well, by car or by like just like, I guess 20 minutes I wouldn't want to just walk, right? Unless it's like a really interesting walk. I don't know. Oh, now that I've mentioned it, Susie's like, I'm gonna get some of that shit. Susie, you have a great evening, okay? Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you later. You enjoy your Chinese food. No, that's fair. I mean, it's not like that's the only things we were eating, though. You know, like we would go to like all sorts of weird places, but also, yes, it was a lot of like, my God, oh, so much crap. I mean, to be fair, like in the mornings, I would typically have like onigiri, onigiri. I loved onigiri, and I think onigiri loves me. All right, so this one's kind of weird. I have to pull this back a little bit, and I hope that that doesn't crease the leather. But we're gonna go all the way down and then that way. So let's start with that. Since we did these stitch holes simultaneously, and since they're the same width apart, this should go right through and be like perfect. Oh, if you're there now, I wonder if it's still there. Viberg was doing a sample sale in Tokyo, but I don't know if they're still there. Viberg makes these fantastic boots and shoes out in California. California. I'm sorry, not California, Canada. Whoops. Canada. They're usually very pricey. Okay, make sure that those are equidistant and perfect. I have 2 pairs of Vibergs, and they're some of my favorite pairs to wear. Although the Bluchers are still a little stiff, despite the fact that I've owned them for like, fuck, at this point, 6-7 years. All right, so I'm gonna pull this taut here. I don't glue the outside to the inside. There's arguments for and against doing so here, but I think that it's easier to not glue it here. So, also this would be a lot easier if I could use my stitching pony. 20 minutes by car. Yeah, fuck. I don't like driving either, so like, I don't know if I'd want to travel that far for just what, donor? Then again, like, I think there's good donor places around me. I just haven't actually gone in. I know that there's like a lot of Eastern European places around me. Although to be fair, from what I've been told, donor doesn't come from like there. It comes from Germany, which is weird. I always thought donor originates from like Turkey or something, but it's from like Germany. I was like, that's not right. An ex of mine pointed that out, and then she made me look it up, and I was like, oh, fuck, I hate it here. You know, like, how dare you make me wrong? Oh, I don't drive a Dodge Viper. No, I wish I drove a Dodge Viper. Yeah, so she was like, it's technically German. I was like, fine, I hate you. This is not going to work out. I think we should see other people. I'm kidding, I didn't say that. Can you imagine? Prove me wrong? Enjoy your loneliness. Probably better off without me if I was like that. If that was the kind of person I was, she'd probably be better off. I almost stabbed myself. I don't think I'm going to make it both sides here. To be perfectly honest, I'm not going to finish the edges on stream either, because it's a lot of sanding, and I think I would rather do that with my Dremel. So let's do like one of these sides. And then we'll raid out to somebody who's cool and smells nice. When I was growing up, though, Dodge Viper, fucking coolest car I'd ever fucking seen. I bet those things run like shit. There was a television show where it was like Knight Rider, both the Viper, it was called Viper, made it look even fucking cooler. Man. Whoops. Advertisements really work. Oh, Viberg. Sorry. Viberg. 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 Sorry. Here, I'll type it in chat. Viberg. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, They my bad. Streamer brain. I go like 3 miles a second, and then like it's just like, wait, what are we talking about? It doesn't help that I'm easily confused because my brain is small and smooth like koala. Also, guys, do not look up a koala brain. It's smooth. It's just completely smooth. It's the most upsetting thing to look at. It's like, why is it smooth? Like my ass. Why is it as smooth as my ass? My ass. Weird ass shit, man. So, what, the whole imagery of the koala brains? Yeah, that's why I said don't look it up, man. Don't look that shit up, man. Koala brains are fucking nasty. Although it explains why they're so fucking dumb. I'm kidding. They're so cute though. Koala cute. Koala brain not cute. Koala brains are very not cute. Although I can't remember the You know what? Fucking let me see if my girlfriend wants to go get donor next time I see her, cuz like I have not been to a oh shit. Donor kebab place in like a very long time. Why did I not get my fucking notification? I just realized. Fucking hell. Okay. I put a thing on my phone and everything to get me to give me a notification to get tickets for this museum at the beginning of the month. Cool. Didn't do it. Glares at phone. Piece of shit. I thought you were supposed to be my little secretary, you son of a bitch. Oh, jeez. So this part's actually... I did the harder parts. The harder side first, too. What's wrong with me? I guess this is easier to do this side, because then the other side becomes slightly difficult, because this thing is, like, lopsided then. Alright, let's move this a little out of the way. There we go. Push through. Pull. And there we go. I like to pull this taut every time because I want the tolerances, or not the tolerances, the pieces to be super snug. Super snug. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What game was that? Oh, fucking BioShock. Have I played Earthbound? Oh, I love Earthbound. I have a tragic story about Earthbound. It's not that tragic. It's just sad. I had a copy of Earthbound. For the Super Nintendo. I actually owned a copy of Earthbound, and when I was a dumb teenager, I was like, I'm over this game. So I sold it to a local video game shop for about $7. A genuine Super Nintendo cartridge of Earthbound sold to a store for $7. You know how much that shit is now? I'm never getting that replaced. I scream every time. Every time I think about it, I scream right into my fucking pillow about that shit. It's like 2 to 3. 700 for like something sealed, maybe. Oh no, the sealed copy would probably be more simply because weird fucking crypto bros ruin the that sort of market. So like all of these things are now super collectible, and therefore it those things get encased in plexiglass and graded. Ugh, I hate that shit. And I don't understand the point of grading a game, because you can't grade a game that's been opened. So what's the point? Right? Like, isn't the grading to make sure that everything looks pretty? What are you grading then? You're just grading the plastic that it's still wrapped in? That doesn't make any sense. I'm sure that they have their reasons for it, but it's just like you can only grade a game if it's never been opened. Like, that's stupid. But yes, I missed that too. I missed that game. But like at the time I thought I was like over and done with it, you know, it's just like, I'm over this weird turn-based role-playing game where they beat each other up with baseball bats. It's so silly. Pokemon Earthbound Capsule Edition. set in the Earthbound universe. But then I'd have to emulate. I haven't emulated anything in a very long time. Not on my own, at least. Oh god, it used to be so easy. You could go to like a website, like pour one out for your homie coolroms.com. Fucking they're gone, right? Used to be able to go to a website and just go like, I want to play this, and they'd be like, yeah, go for it, man. I have a handheld, but I don't think it'll take ROM hacks. It just emulates things, you know. It's fun, very fun to have. Sometimes when I'm like trying to go to sleep and I can't, I'll play something that makes me sleepy, like an old JRPG with too much text. I guess that's the equivalent of reading for me these days. You mean they haven't been all sued to fucking hell by friggin' Nintendo, who's just like, you can't. We don't want you to play these games. It's not like we're selling them. We just don't want anybody to play them. Like, I can't find a fucking source for any of this shit, you know? So I gave up. No, I guess I'm assuming, because like way back in the day, in order to play a ROM hack, you had to have like the ROM, and then you had to have like the files for the hack, and then you had to like, you know, like have them in a certain folder, and then like that's how it would just like sort of load. So I am making assumptions. Why is this not going through here? This should be there. Yeah, that's open. So go through. Go through. Don't you want to go into the hole? The hole is your friend. There we go. I don't know why that took so much effort. I'm sorry. And so like the device that I use, I think it's an Android device. I bought it on like AliExpress. You know? Yeah, exactly. See? Sparkling Thunder loves going in the hole. What's your excuse, wallet? I use it's like a portable device that I bought off AliExpress. It's called the R36S. It just runs whatever's on there. I've never looked into adding new ROMs for it. I've been told I should replace the SD card because they're not good. They're just like really cheap and shitty. And I should download everything, and it's just like I don't want to do any of that. If it works, it works, okay? And if it dies, it dies. That's in my attitude towards that fucking device. Oh, they're okay, so the files are already in the ROM? Huh. I wonder if I can add that then. Oh, there we go. I don't understand why I'm having issues getting this through there. It should just line up perfectly. Because I am like an engineer here with this whole thing. Also because it's eating into the time that I could be further down the stitch line. Come on, go through, you whore. There we go. See, that was easy. Staples, that was easy. I'm sorry. So, Poke Harbor. Is that going to infect my computer with a bunch of T viruses? Let me write it down. Hold on. Oh, like David Harbour. Bound capsule. I like that I ran out of space and just decided to write it poorly. A dish. There we go. Okay, I wrote it down. I will look into it. Yeah. Back in the day, there were just so many websites you could just go into Google and be like, hey, can I get this illegal shit? And they'd be like, yeah, sure. How much illegal shit did you want? Now it's like, hashtag I don't condone or recommend doing illegal shit. I don't condone it. You should play games that you can legally play and own. Yeah. The least fucking believable reading of that I ever fucking said. Go through. There we go. I've never gotten into One Piece. I watched the live action and it was fine, but I never got into One Piece. I do remember wondering why they didn't just have more pieces, though, right? Like, can you imagine? It's like, oh yeah, there's One Piece. Why don't you get more? We're in America. Add more pieces. Let me move this before I knock it over. It's like, no, you can't have more pieces in the what's it called? The Deep Blue? You can't just add more pieces. Like, why not? I thought this was America. It's, you know what it is? So it's too long. It's too long. Okay. That's my main problem with One Piece. It's too long. What do they have, like 900 episodes? I can't. I don't, I'm not a big anime fan these days, but I just 900 episodes. Please don't. Please don't. I need a concise story. Oh. Uh-oh. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. Give me that. There we go. I need a concise story that could be told in like 4 to 12 episodes. I'm not gonna get attached to these people. I'm just gonna be like, how many times am I gonna pass out? And I tried watching anime One Piece on Netflix, and I was just like, this is, because you know what it is. The first episodes, the first like few episodes, they're very Saturday morning cartoon, right? And so like the tone is there, and it's kept in the live action, right? Luffy is kind of like, he's just a dumb kid. He acts like a dumb kid, and he's like, "We're gonna be best friends. I'm gonna be king of the pirates." And it's like, I don't know, man. The thought of watching 900 episodes immediately makes me go like, maybe I should cancel Netflix first. All right, Feels, you have a good evening. Okay, I'll catch you next time. Thanks for hanging out. Put something sweet between those sweet thighs of yours, baby. It's a 11. I have 200 less reasons to watch it now. They're remaking what, the anime? I know that the live action's like more concise because it's I think they tried to condense like 50 episodes into those first 8 episodes. Okay, maybe that would be okay to watch, but I just, oh my god, it's too long. There's a trail. Oh, so they're like, they're close to releasing episodes then. It's not just like, oh yeah, once we finish the anime, we'll release the abridged anime. You imagine? Just like, yeah, we're gonna finish that first, then we're gonna release this new one. Fuck right, hopefully Eiichiro Oda like gets to finish, right? We've lost so many prolific mangaka these past couple of years because they get overworked, you know, and it's just like, oh god, can we stop doing that? Like they get like no rest, and then they die in their 50s, and it's just like, oh, this sucks. This really sucks, you know? The One Piece. They're gonna make it in the wait, what's Town? Was that the first arc with the sharks? And the well, when I say the first arc and the sharks, I my whole reference point is that television show. I'm sorry. The live action, I mean. That's the first arc to me. with the shark people, which I'm sure is like actually several arcs down the line. Now that I think about it, Logue Town is the arc after it ended. Okay. Oh, so they're starting. Oh, okay. So it's gonna. Oh, they're basically trying to mimic, or not mimic, follow alongside the live action. I guess that kind of makes sense because then people are going to be like, "Ah, I'd like to try the anime, but I've only seen the live action." Well, guess what? You can follow along with this, motherfucker. That makes sense. That actually does make sense. I should be sitting up more straight. But then the top of my head gets cut off. This is bullshit. Oh, and they better add that fucking original song from the American 4Kids version, right? Ya yo, ho ho. I put on the Netflix version, and that was not the theme song. I was like, "What the fuck's going on here? Is it not time for One Piece?" Fucking piss me off. Hate this shit. Oh, it's the Grand Line. Did I say the Blue Line earlier? I'm sorry. Oh no, the Deep Blue. I said the Deep Blue. Is that the same thing as the Grand Line? No, because it's there's the ocean is 4 sections, right? The East Blue, the West Blue, the North, and the South, something like that. And then the Grand Line's the thing in the middle. Yeah, I actually thought that the live action was not a bad show to watch, right? Like I enjoyed it. I I would dare to say that I wouldn't. I would actually kind of say like, yeah, fucking this show is fine, and it's not fucking 1,100 episodes. Insane shit. I'm sorry, 1,100. Come on, why? Ooh, my stitch lines are pretty straight. That's pretty good. I like that shit. Well, we gotta finish this off. We're gonna take this back like 2 or 3, and then we're gonna singe the ends. God, that show is just too long. I'm sorry. I don't know. It almost feels like the Eiichiro Oda wasn't sure what to do, right? And it's just like, well, I'll just keep making it because they're paying me. Motherfucker. Oh wait, let's go this way because I want to. If I pull it above, then I want to pull it down so that there's space above. If that makes sense. All right. Ooh, come on, go through. Go through the hole. There you go. And one more. If I bring it that way, it'll be fine, right? Let's bring it 2 over. Man, we're so close, but I am rating out. It's like almost 9. Yeah, we are so close, but it is almost 9. Yeah, let's take this over one more. And then I'll clip it. If I can go through. Wait, so are there a lot of filler episodes, or is it just like they had a lot of material to go through then? Because I remember with Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, they sort of ran out of material because what's his name, wanted to take breaks. I don't blame him. And so there were episodes that are just like made up shit where it's like, oh yeah, let's go get our fucking driver's license, or I don't know, let's go here and we'll get some cheese. All right, is that it? Is that all we're doing? Yeah. All right, cool. Just singe that, singe that. There we go. All right, so that's one side. Do the other side. I don't know if it's. I should probably just do it off stream, but That's mostly it. This is going to be the purple one that I'm going to eventually add to the store once I finish the edges and finish all the stitching. Very similar to the other one. There we go. I'll probably finish this off stream. I just